Welcome to the Infernal Brotherhood of the scruffy-looking nerf herders. This is a live streaming Star Wars actual play run by Star Wars fans for Star Wars fans. Today we are continuing our West End Games of Star Wars, the role-playing game campaign with this session, Unexpected Masters. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, the underworld stretches its criminal activities across the galaxy, even in the corporate sector. The Pike Syndicate is not an organization one would want to find themselves beholden to, and it seems their informants are everywhere. The Imperial Security Bureau is on the lookout for rebel cells, and when their contacts within the corporate sector are well paid, all sorts of information, once thought secret, can be used as leverage. Isolated planets find themselves the targets of resource-hungry organizations, pining their citizens against wealthy leadership and individual freedoms. With the Empire, the Pike Syndicate, and the Rebel Alliance at odds, the future of this fledgling rebellion seemed to hang in the balance. Last time on Star Wars the Role-Playing Game, the Rebel Alliance is a little wary about bringing an untested ex-Imperial officer into the fold, so they sent him on a test mission to pick up a stolen pet and deliver it to the owner. They sent an Alliance operative with them to manage the money and connect with the contact. The heroes didn't do much preparation for the actual planet, and when they arrived planet-side, they realized they were not dressed appropriately for the freezing temperatures and were ambushed by a pack of winter Haitian hounds. They narrowly escaped with some heroics and finally arrived at the pickup location, only to be double-crossed. It turns out the Pikes were coming to pick up the pet, and the Zalsis collective gangsters, after researching their contacts, discovered the heroes were Rebel Alliance. They figured they could make a little extra cash, but didn't plan on the persistence of the team. The double-cross went south, and Melkor Sindar, the ex-Imperial, killed the gang leader, and Wampas were disturbed by a fleeing gangster. They chased out of the cave to discover Pikes and chased them away. The heroes took their cue to jump into land speeder, not airspeeder, and escape, only to be chased by the Pikes. They were able to evade the Pikes and get off planet. Now with the Pikes on their tail, the Royal House of Jek is awaiting their property, and the Alliance needs this contact for their resources. The future of this exchange looks bleak. All right, everyone, you just broke out into the atmosphere. Out of the atmosphere of the planet. What are your thoughts? What's happening?
Shit, guys, that was close. Glad we got out of that one somehow.
So I think we had left it with last time Trey had gone over to Sirix and was like, "How did you guys not check these people out? Well, did you know nothing? Like, how does this keep happening to us?" He looks to Melkor. He's like,
"Okay,
why? Why does this keep happening to us? Everywhere we go, people know who we are. You're retired. I've been in hiding for years. I mean, I'm sure Santa's a well-known pilot somewhere. Like, how does everyone know who we are?"
Well, I mean, pulling out the lightsaber was kind of a dead giveaway, but beyond that, I don't know.
Want to die in the cave?
No. I mean, shit, I'm the one that told you to take it out, so well, yeah. I get it, but it's kind of obvious who you are now.
Why did you tell him to?
Because we were about to get our asses killed.
This is just really, like, more than coincidental.
Yeah, they seem to know who we were before we even showed our hand.
So you notice that the
first time that's happened to us.
Yeah, the comms start chiming on your starship. Beep, boop, beep. The Silver Sikoro. Beep, boop, beep.
Yeah. All right, I'll answer. Yes.
This is Urshia. I don't know why I said it like that. I was trying to go Southern, and it just sounded really strange. Hey, y'all, this is Urshia. I just wanted to, maybe, I thought you did a really horrible thing by killing my gangster leader, but at this point, I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, seeing as I kind of gave you our only way to get out of this snow hellhole. So if there's any possible way, now that I don't have a leader, I could possibly join up with you guys. I could, trade a little information on the way.
After you double-crossed us?
You gotta understand, that's part of the job. Sometimes you just gotta double cross, sugar. You understand?
I really don't.
It sounds legit to me.
What if I sweeten the pot a little bit?
Sounds legit.
What if I give you a connection that told us that you were, in fact, part of the Rebel Alliance?
Once it's validated. You got a brig on the ship?
Your proximity sensors are starting to go off as another ship exits atmosphere coming toward you. All right, we're going to start the first space combat scenario.
I'm running
Oh,
jump
shit.
down.
So space combat's a little wonky. If you look at this, you see there's a bunch of like strips going up and down. That separates long range from medium range to close range. This is not literal. There's no like movement on squares or anything. It's all abstract. So if you're at long range, you can fire, but it's going to be really difficult, obviously. And the closer you get, and let's say this ship gets like right here into your same short range area, then you could actually deal with docking and stuff like that. But right now, you just see the ship that doesn't have an identifier code being sent out, but it is hailing you as Urshia is trying to talk to you. So right now, you're all at long range.
And we all know that this other ship is coming.
Yeah, the proximity sensors are going off.
I think Trey looks at Melkor and he's like, do we need to go? Should we go man the guns?
Yes.
She figures this. Okay.
So the crew
All right,
on
let's do
this, there's only 2 crews. So 1 pilots and then 1 would then control the guns. Only 2 people can actually control anything in this ship right now. You'd have to
I think
upgrade
we
it.
had decided above game that Melkor had the best Starship gunnery. Yeah. So I
You
think
got
that's
3
Yeah, so I got 4D plus 2.
All right, how about it?
All right.
Yep.
Get back to what I'm good at. Blast them motherfuckers. And good as long as nobody else does anything.
Good as long as you don't die.
Right.
So you see the ship
Here's hoping.
approaching, and this is clearly a warship. This is a Triani RX-4 patrol ship. It is a starfighter, and it is like packed with combat equipment. Something that your ship is not really packed with.
No.
It's coming in hot. So while we're in the middle, we're starting our combat sequence. It's very much like combat in Melee, where you announce what you want to do. And then after that, we go into the different segments. The first segment is speed. And if there's any firing, the second segment is firing. So what is it that you would like to do as a pilot? You have Urshia on the comms. You have this new ship coming in that's hailing you.
All right. All right, she's got info. There's a place on the ship we can probably lock her up. All right, Urshia. We're coming in. We're coming in hot. Be ready.
If you're going to come down into atmosphere to my current location,
unless you can get to us.
I might be able to get to the spaceport that you just left at, but I'm not sure. Like, if you come down to here, you're going to get the local Corsac coming up on you.
I don't trust her.
I think
No, I
Trey
don't
just
trust
looks
her
around.
either,
He's like,
but if she has information,
Yeah, but this warship just comes out of space and she's trying to delay us.
and then
the
she
warship
calls
came
and
from
is
the
like,
planet,
"Hey, come
right?
get me."
Yeah, it came
Yeah.
out of atmosphere.
Yeah, she calls and she's like, "Hey, come get me. By the way, if you come back, you'll die." I don't know.
Well, so right now she's contacting you with a radio from where you guys left her
Yeah.
in the cave with the other gangsters because you guys took her transport. So
If
she
we-
thinks she might be able to get to the space star. Holy shit! What is that
Was
called?
there spaceport?
Spaceport?
Spaceport. Sweet hell, thank you. She thinks she can get there and have you pick her up there, but
Was there a place like our initial plan was to like have the ship pick us up in the wilderness, when then we figured out that the droid wasn't that cool of a pilot. Would we be able to meet her somewhere along that line to avoid all the bad,
no, in
people after us?
Corsac, any, I mean, not just in Corsac, but any planet that's sort of governed, you can't just go and fly your ship anywhere. You're hailed once you get in atmosphere. You're told where to dock, and you're told, how you have to ask how long you're going to stay. And if you don't comply with those regulations, then they're going to send out some police force to stop you.
Yeah. Okay.
There's no smuggler port.
Certainly not that you guys are aware of.
Sneak on the planet.
Not that you guys are aware of. No.
Aren't you a smuggler?
I am a smuggler.
Do you know any tricks? You got any tricks up your sleeve for that?
So we're in the very beginning of initiative, so I need to know what you're planning on doing for this combat round.
I guess just.
Are you going to try to engage them or get away from them, or?
No, get away.
Okay.
We also haven't answered their comm signal. We're not. I mean, I'm sure that we know what they want, but we don't. They haven't told us what they want yet either.
Yeah, that's true. And Melkor, what's your plan while she's trying to get away?
I'm just gonna ready the guns. I'm not gonna quite start shooting just yet.
Okay, you're just powering.
Definitely waiting for them to blast first.
Yeah,
I'm learning from my mistakes.
So Urshia is letting you know I can try to get to the spaceport, and it will probably take me about half an hour from where I am now.
We've got an issue up here. If we can come back for you, I'll let you know.
All right, Shug. Well, best of luck. And this ship is still hailing you. So as you're trying to get away, let's deal with the first segment of speed. So when one pilot wants to run away and the other one wants to close, both ships roll their speed dice. So your sublight speed.
2D.
Yeah, so you roll that, and then you can, I think you get to, let's see. This counts as a skill use, and, there's no, nothing you can do personally to speed it up. All right.
Okay. 5.
Holy crap! Oh my god!
I don't think we're gonna outrun them.
All right, so they close the distance as you turn around and you're doing your best to get away from them, and they're still hailing you.
All right, I'll answer the hail.
You just hear and a robot translator coming through. Silver Secoro, please shut down your systems. You will be boarded by the Pike Syndicate.
Oh, that's a bad idea.
Damn, I thought somebody was just choking on a burrito or something. Fuck. Knew it was the damn Pikes.
Yeah.
He spits a burrito out. Sorry about that. Damn burrito.
It's canon now.
Well, I don't think I can outrun them, but maybe we can outmaneuver them. Jump into hyperspace.
Not a bad idea. So for the first fire segment, you had delayed Melkor. They're not firing. It doesn't even look like their weapons are powered up according to your sensors.
Don't fire first.
So what's that?
So don't fire first.
So let's go back to the piloting segment. What is your plan to do at this point? Still try to run away, or do you want to try to use your jump to hyperspace during combat?
Let's try jump into hyperspace.
Okay. So jumping to hyperspace during combat is a little bit more challenging. Traditionally, because you've actually gone on this route before, you came here from an asteroid. It took you about 15 days. I need to know where you're planning on going, if you're going to try to speed it up or slow it down. And it is an unfamiliar hyperspace lane that you're taking. And so it's going to take a couple of rounds before you can work that out exactly. So each round, I need you to roll your astrogation skill, and you have to get over the difficulty number of 15 for the first one, and it's just going to get easier after that. Oh, I'm sorry. When a lightly damaged, so it's not lightly damaged. So yeah. So the first one's 15 on your turn, and they're going to be closing in on you on their turn. So go ahead and let's play this out and see how it works.
So I'm still also moving. So do I do my speed?
Okay, so that's going to be 2 actions.
Well?
Yeah, so whichever one you want to do first. I mean, it's going to be the speed probably first. So let's do that. But everything is -1 die since you're doing 2 actions. Now, in order to alleviate that,
But
you may want
wait.
to ask
So,
someone
okay.
else to do the astrogation or piloting. Because it's 2 actions. One is to calculate your
Got
jump.
it. Okay.
I mean, Melkor's sitting right next to you.
Yeah.
And my astrogation's not bad. So
All right.
if you want me to do the calculations, I'm not firing on them until they fire on us.
Yeah. Do the calculations.
Okay.
Is there
Let's
anything
get
in
outta here.
particular
We
the
know-
other people are doing in the ship at this point?
Looking up directions to the closest Cinnabon.
Not Cinnabon again. No more Cinnabon.
Trey's just having a mini panic attack and probably waiting for
Not
directions
sponsored.
from Melkor.
Yeah.
Not sponsored. But if you're listening, we're open to it. So
So, Sirix,
yeah. So let's
and-
just.
are you going to do anything in particular, Sirix?
Not much I can do unless there's like some way to assist or.
No, in this particular case, there's not in assisting, but all
Stick your gun out the window.
Don't open the window! All right, well, let's do the speed segment then. Roll your die. There's 4. All right, so they got 14, and you got 11. So
11.
they close into short range with you. So at this point, they're still hailing you, like constantly trying to like reopen comms. I had assumed you turned it off. If you didn't turn it off, they're telling you, turn off your engines, let us board you. We're going to dock. Halt your movement immediately, Silver Sakuro. 17 astrogation, nice.
Nice.
So as you're doing that, you just hear this as the hyperdrive starts to kick in, and the last thing you hear from the Pike Syndicate comms is, "Oh shit, the hyperdrive is activating!" And just you guys fly out in the middle of the combat situation. So well done. All right,
Hey,
so that's safe.
Woohoo!
ran away from the pikes yet again. It was
As you should.
Yeah.
the
All right,
oldest
so-
and noblest of pirate traditions.
Yeah. So Sana, you have like a current contract with them to transport stuff. They haven't actually asked you to do anything recently since you tried to join the alliance. But now that they know your ship, they know you, that might come up again.
Yeah.
Might.
I figured.
So I'm assuming because it wasn't declared that you guys went back to the asteroid, right? The Rebel Alliance asteroid.
Yeah, it's probably the easiest place.
Okay, so that was.
And then we need to get to Sirix, Dex.
So yeah, check the system to return the actual Quakian monkey lizard. But if
Yeah.
you're at the asteroid, I mean, you were supposed to check in with your contact to get more information. So Gersh Forcheese, the Twi'lek Rebel Alliance recruiter, was
And it
supposed
sounds
to give
like
you your next place.
Maybe he can answer some of these questions for us, because again, everyone knows who we are. And then did Sansa, had she mentioned to the rest of the group like that she was working for the Pikes or that had a connection there?
Not that I know.
No.
The Pikes are after us. Everyone knows who we are. Maybe our handler has some more information about whatever the hell this is.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are slowly starting to move toward the asteroid, and you're hailed immediately by the comms. They're asking the regular, typical information. You give them your codes, and you slowly dock into it. I actually have a little map here. Not that we need it. Don't get all excited, but just for the sake of the game. If you sort of look around, you guys were here already, so you know the layout of this little Rebel base asteroid docking bay. But you like dock your ship in, and as you come out, you see 3 familiar faces. First is Tiri Loomis, the guy that you guys was your original handler at the mine, and his astromech droid, Dio, and then Gersh for Cheese, the Twi'lek male. So he slowly walks up. I wonder why you did not just send a message. Why did you come immediately yourselves?
We got a bit of a pike problem.
I'm sorry, what? The pikes?
Yeah, it might be a little bit of an issue.
What do you mean?
They
It's French.
tried to kill us. Nothing major.
The pikes tried to kill you? Tyrion's like, well, let's just hear them out. Do you guys want to maybe tell us exactly what happened instead of throwing out, bombastic statements like the pikes are trying to kill us? I mean, it does sound a little crazy, and Dio sort of bounces back and forth.
Well, let's
Do
recap.
you want to
then.
tell us why twice now the Imperials have known that the contacts that we have had have known who we are, and that we're trying to be part of the Rebel Alliance?
Tyrion's like, well, I mean, that is part of the gig, isn't it? We're a terrorist cell operating against an enemy.
Sure.
That it's their intelligence that they discover us. That's why they found me on the mine, right? I assume.
Well, we came to the mine to meet you. They
Right.
seemed to know we were already there. We went to Amudi to pick up this lizard monkey, who, by the way, does shit everywhere. And
Oh, I don't even have the lizard monkey. I gotta grab him.
and as soon as we get there, these guys are like, "Oh, by the way, we know you're Rebel Alliance, and we're gonna double cross you and sell this shit to the Pikes." So before we do a whole lot of
Kreese
anything
tried to
else-
double cross you?
That is correct.
That
He didn't
son
try.
of a
He did.
bitch.
We got him. We got him back.
What do you mean?
Wait, real quick. That was the Deveronian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I might have accidentally shot him a few times.
You
He
shot?
Hey, man, he pulled a gun on us.
Is he
So,
okay? Did Kreese live?
I mean, it was a quick death. So
You killed him?
in a sense, he's okay.
So,
I-
I certainly you understand the problem with this, yes? We have been using them as black market arms dealers for months. It was a great contact. That's how we found this damn lizard.
Well, Ursha,
Well, he wasn't that
is
great of
still
a
there.
contact because he sold us out to the Pikes.
I understand, but this is part of the... Oh, son of a bitch! I don't know how to do that with an accent, sorry.
Somehow they knew we were Rebel Alliance too. That's the big question that we need answering.
Well, I mean, if they knew that, if that was
Well, we
their,
never admitted who we were, but we've just used that contact for months.
Well, they knew who we were. They told us who we were. So
Whose contact is it? Is it you, Frenchie?
First of all, soldier, I am your commanding officer in this situation. Gersh, for cheese. Yes, he is my contact. I knew him for many years. I would turn the attention back on all of you, though. You have an ex-Imperial officer on your board, in your group. Possibly he is a spy.
No, man, that's too much effort.
yeah, I've been with Melkor too long. He's entirely too lazy to put that much work into this.
And how do we know that you are not part of this conspiracy as well? She was like, hey, he saved my life. All right? I would have died and had been caught by the ISB if I even survived, if they didn't come along in that mine and save me at that last moment. Like there's no way that you guys you're not trying to double cross us, are you?
No.
Look, we
of
have
course
done
not.
we've done everything you guys have asked. You wanted a space monkey that shits everywhere. We brought you a space monkey that shits everywhere. Okay?
I'm billing
We
you for the
have
cleaning.
done and complied with everything that you have asked us at this point, and at every turn, something bad happens that is well out of our control, and it seems like someone else is feeding the Imperials and Sekor and the Pikes and whoever else a lot of information. So let's deal with that. Where's the leak in your organization?
This is Rebel Alliance. There is no leak here. It must be coming from your end. It must be. You are the only wild card here.
Yeah, but why are we gonna snitch on ourselves? Like, come on, man.
All
to
that it's done is
infiltrate
get
us to
killed.
stop our missions.
Dude, you're the one that's paying us. We're still getting paid, right?
You have yet to complete the request. The House of Jack must retrieve their lizard.
Yeah, sure. We're happy to do that. But you have a leak.
Well, I will have to think about this, and I can get back to you with more information after you have completed the job we have assigned. I'm a little concerned that perhaps you are not capable, seeing as you killed the gang leader contact that we
Seeing
needed.
as we have the monkey lizard right now,
I believe
All I'm saying is somebody
That's
pulls
what
a
you asked us to
gun.
member
do,
is
right?
here.
get
I
the
mean,
goddamn animal.
Get the
you-
In my
animal and
ship.
deliver it, yes.
You want us to deliver the animal to where it needs to go?
See, yes.
Fix your leak. Plug the hole.
I'm pretty sure we don't have the leak, but I will look into it. You can be very sure about this.
All the cheese has got to be plugging this guy up. He has no idea what we're talking about.
All the cheese. You can smell it. Like, is that him? Or is that
Oh,
the
man.
lizard?
That's
Trey's
gonna be
trying
gross
to
because he's
figure out
basically
what the
French.
4 cheeses are. He's like, that's cheddar, that's Asiago.
No, man, he's basically a space Frenchman, so it's gonna be like some funky cheese.
Dio
also
goes over
that
to the
they're free.
cage and starts like bumping into it and like chirping. And the monkey lizard's like freaking out.
Oh,
Like,
the
trying to
the
smack it
monkey
and stuff.
lizard's still on the ship. Why would I take it off the ship?
No, man,
No, I
monkey
just
lizard's
assumed it was
hanging out
with
on
you guys.
the bridge with us, or out in the docking bay.
Why would I take it out of the cage, out of the ship?
Oh, it
So it
can
can see
still
the
be in the
docking bay?
cage.
Hey, Tyree, what's with Dio? He seems to have an issue with the lizard.
It's you guys you know Dio. I don't know. He's a goofball. He maybe just wanted to say hello, and the lizard doesn't communicate with droids very often. I assume. I don't know. Dio, leave him alone.
Stupid.
He's just like.
I knew I should have paid better attention in droid school. Okay. Never quite picked it up. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I do have a droid. How would I?
Let me
I have,
ask
like,
you
droid.
another.
I have like droid program. Could I talk to Dio? Do I understand binary?
Yeah, why not?
Uh,
He was
and
literally
then-
just saying hello. He's just like, "Hi, what are you? What's your
Okay.
name?" And the monkey lizard didn't realize it. It can't speak, so it's just like freaking out, like, "Get away!"
Dio, it's not very smart.
So before we take off again without a snow coat, what do we know about Jack?
What I mean, you can find it in this basic data banks. I mean, it's a pretty common system. It's the 4th planet rotating around the star in that sort of Goldilocks zone, so it gets all sorts of weather. Right now, in the area where the palace is located, it's actually really, really nice. It's like high of 75, 80. The sun is out most of the day. Nice chill breezes as it's a coastal community, but it's royalty, so you'll be given the best treatment.
Are we?
Especially
Are
if
we
you're delivering something
announcing
that I'm looking
our
for.
affiliation with the Rebel Alliance?
Never! You should never say that you work with us. Only that you're returning their property, and that they could perhaps contact For Cheese for more information about the deal. The truth is we've been in negotiations with them for a long time, but we need to make sure it's under wraps and not out in the open, and no one ever mentions it just in common parlance. Yes.
Yeah, man, it's just we checked his
Gotcha.
collar. We saw his tags, so we're just doing the honorable thing of bringing him back. If
Well,
anybody
they
asks.
know who you're working with. I just don't want you to go out there and just proclaim. Is it maybe that's what happened last time, and that's why you guys think you have a spy? You're just not very well versed in espionage.
Maybe we should take the banner off the ship then that says that we're with Rebel Alliance.
Oh, that could have
Son of a bitch!
I think that might have done it.
ship.
So
What the heck?
is there like a
It's like student driver, but for
password
like.
that yeah.
Is
Is there a
what?
password that we should give these people so that they know that we're associated with you, or so we're not allowed to say Rebel Alliance, but they know your full-on name and where you hang out? Like, that doesn't seem safe either.
So you don't worry about my contacts. You worry about following through with the job that I put upon you so you can join the rebellion.
I worry about us having to dispatch more of your contacts because they keep trying to kill us.
Here's a general rule. Don't kill people.
That's
Seems
what we
pretty
thought was the
logical to
general
me.
rule, and everywhere we go, people try to kill us. So, like, it's starting to grate a little bit on my nerves.
He's like looking at Dio, trying to like talk to him, Tiri, and then Gersh sort of like pokes at the cage. The monkey like squeals. Some sort of weird liquid gets shot out between the bars, and he like jumps back. Disgusting little creature. This is your password, eh? Just deliver him. Tell him it is from Fort Cheese, and we'll have no problem.
All right.
You might
What
even
can
get
go
to
wrong?
spend a
Last
day in
time-
the spa. They have this great mud bath spa, naturally heated from the volcanic core of their world. It's a very nice place.
Kind of
So
equipment
why aren't we
do
there
have here?
already?
All right. Yeah. Let's
How do we know
give
how
us
far?
the coordinates.
Yeah, how long is it going to take us to get there? We knew the last trip was going to be 15 days. What's our flight time here?
Yeah, if you would have contacted me from Amud, I could have told you, and it would have taken 15 days to get there. Now it's going to take you a month. A month with this lizard in your ship. I think you might have to clean it out after, no?
Might just have to burn it and start over.
I'm burning my ship.
So we'll talk about it in a month.
So we have to pass a. So we have to pass a mood to get where we're going.
No, it's just in the directional space. You know, it's going to be a month from here. He's like, of course. What is going on? Oh, Tiri. He's like, hey, man, what's up?
Hey, what kind of equipment do we have? Because we went and we need to get outfitted for circumstances like going to a snow planet and not having any cold weather gear.
He's like,
we just
I mean, in
need
this
to-
particular case, there's nothing really to be outfitted. I mean, all you're doing is delivering a monkey, a pet.
No, I'm saying future. Like
Yeah,
if-
we were only picking up a
mission
monkey last time.
dependent. If you can requisition equipment, depending on the mission, and we kind of leave that up to the operatives, and part of that is the test that we are applying here to these new recruits here. And I do apologize that you ended up with the short end of the stick, but you had your flight suit, so.
Yeah, but they didn't, and we just need to be better prepared for future things. So where's
sir.
the requisition forms so I can fill out form 222 and make sure we get the equipment, and how long will that take?
It's like, well, I mean, we're the Rebel Alliance. We don't have a huge store of anything, but if you just send us a comm, we'll try to find what you need for the mission. But again, we're not going to over equip anyone, especially new recruits. I mean, I personally think that they're squaring on the level, but look, he like sort of leans in. He's like, there's clearly a leak somewhere, and while I don't think it's on our side, I can't rule out that it's on theirs. Like, the ISB didn't know about us, and once we tried to bring them into the fold, then suddenly they were alerted. I mean, Fort Cheese has always had great contacts with the underworld and sort of odd jobs that have really helped the Alliance pick up steam and have access to equipment and stuff. But I can't imagine that he would ever, be.
Who? I'm going to whisper it to him. Who's his commanding officer?
I
Who's his CEO?
actually don't know. I was assigned to this station, and he sort of runs it. It's just this sort of out of the way. It's a lot like a lot of these fledgling groups were just guerrilla units that were all sort of brought in together by different planetary leaders and senators. So I personally don't know a whole lot about him, but I've never had, aside from my experience with this crew right here, I've never had any problems. And neither of you. I mean, you were assigned here too.
So while this is happening, I think Trey pulls Melkor aside, kind of while the monkey's defiling 4Gs and whatever else. And he's like, so look, do we swing back by a mood and see if we can pick up your girlfriend? And like, if she knows who the leak is, we kill two birds with one stone.
I mean, we got a month anyways, and
I mean, if we
Homeboy
have
was
to
saying,
go past a mood, like,
well, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's a quicker trip from a mood to there. It's like we might cut a couple of days off our trip. Plus, If it doesn't, she's stuck with me for a month. So maybe things will happen. Like, I'm all for it.
That's the creepiest possible situation.
Hey, she called me a silver fox, God damn it. She's interested.
Yeah,
Or
it's like
playing
that.
nice.
It's always Sunny
Either
in
way, I'm gonna
Philadelphia
exploit.
episode where they're like, "Yeah, once you get on a woman on a boat, she always says yes. You
Duh.
can't say no. She's on a boat." It's the
gotta
worst
sleep with
Very
situation ever.
uncomfortable with this.
Yeah,
Very
It's
uncomfortable.
horrible.
Yeah.
You don't know about this yet, but no, I think sure. Hey, listen, well, like, let's not give everyone all those details, but like, let's talk to SSanna and see us once we get on and or Sirix, and
I mean,
I think
from
if
a
it's
mission
script-
standpoint, yes, it's a good idea. Like, especially because obviously there's a leak. We have no idea where it's coming
she
from.
said she could tell us who it was, right?
Exactly. She says she knows some shit. I think it's worth it just to stop by. But also, how the hell are we going to get to her? It's not like we can just like meet her in space on the corner or something. Like, we're going to actually have to go down there, and them motherfuckers are looking for us. So
She's had a month. Maybe she can get transport on a ship up into the atmosphere, and we pick her up there. We don't actually have to land.
that's about a month. I thought it was 10 days.
It's 15 days from
15,
a mood
okay.
to here.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it's 15 days back to a mood. So, like, I'm like, it's
That's
all
true. I
the
guess,
way.
yeah, she'd have a month by then. Yeah, yeah.
How do we know that she didn't call the Pikes?
Oh, she did. She was
Oh,
part of
she
the.
definitely called the Pikes.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Yeah, she even
probably
said
her
she
boss,
was.
but yeah.
Her
Like-
boss did, but now she's like, well, I don't have a boss anymore. Can we work something out? So,
Let's go deliver this damn monkey.
yeah.
Yeah, let's go deliver the monkey.
You can do the
Trey
monkey
goes
first?
and
Monkey
Uh,
first.
well, I think that's what we're gonna tell Ford Cheese at least, and be like, okay, we're gonna go deliver your monkey, and then I think Melkor and Trey will try to convince the other two to make a pit stop once we're
So
going, or at
uh,
least on the ship.
Gersh Forcheese goes up to you, Melkor. He's like, "Look, I know I don't trust you very much. I'm sure you don't trust me very much. But please, I am begging you, do not kill anyone in the Royal House of Jack. We need their help in this burgeoning alliance. We have to have their resources. Without, we could possibly lose this base and the entire war. So don't unholster your weapon, huh?
I'm going to try not to.
Just
Here's the thing.
Put the lock on it and don't touch.
Man, somebody pulls a gun on me, I'm going to shoot back.
Just keep your spurs from jangling there.
I would be surprised if Kreese shot at you. I'm having trouble with this whole situation.
But for me, too. That's why that guy's dead.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, well, delicacy in negotiation is very important. All right, just tread lightly. Is all I'm saying.
I will
No
I will
killing.
shoot with my smaller gun.
No, don't shoot with any gun. No guns.
What about finger guns? Fine, I'll
Shakes
holster
himself.
them too.
I don't understand you humans. Yes.
I'm gonna give this dude our list of things that we need, like cold weather, warm weather, like all weather gear, basically.
for
Maybe
for
all-
this
all
mission.
that stuff's stowed on the ship anyways.
Oh, okay. If you guys have it, then I'll
yeah,
just
man.
get
I mean, all my outfits are over there.
All
I
your
just-
capes.
Yeah. Yes, my capes, my Bermuda shorts, my flippy flops. Yeah,
Hawaiian
everything's.
shirt. You guys basically just like move into my ship. Is that what happened?
Yeah,
All of a
obviously.
sudden,
This is my
I have these
Trey's got,
roommates that I didn't ask for.
Yeah.
But
Are
it's
you at
all
least
Melkor
paying
stuff.
rent? Like
You didn't say
tiger
no,
crystals are expensive.
so it happened.
I was gonna say it's all Melkor stuff. Trey's got like 3 outfits, so
Yeah,
They
you
all
can move your gear on
Definitely
there,
don't look like you're a Jedi.
Sirix. I mean, when it comes like all-terrain clothing and equipment, with like breathers and stuff like that, that's not a big issue. That's not a big problem. The only thing that would be very difficult is sort of black market items like military equipment. That stuff is
Yeah.
really hard to get your hands on.
Yeah,
And that's why they needed that gangster connection in order to go through the black market and get it. But that is kind of gone now. Melkor.
well, is it though?
There's other gangsters.
That's true.
If,
The galaxy's not
Ursha,
short.
if Ursha, maybe we instill her as the, we go all CIA on this and we put her in as the next cell leader.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
All right, so you
All right,
guys
well-
board the ship and you're ready to go, or what?
Yeah,
Yep.
I think so. I think once we're on the ship, that's when Trey and Melkor would try to convince the other two to stop and pick her up. Like, look, we want to know who the leak is. Ursha knows who the leak is. They want to have someone who can get them black market stuff. Ursha's got the connections. You know, I don't think it's a bad idea.
Let's get her and figure out.
Okay, so then where are you guys going to go first? Jack system or back to a mood?
Let's go
I
get rid
think
of this monkey.
let's drop off the monkey lizard and then we can try to find Ursha.
Well, of course, you don't want poo in your ship. Whatever.
You
Fine.
cleaning it up?
No.
I've been cleaning
You
it
gonna
up
hose it
the
down?
whole time.
I was gonna say Trey already said that he would.
I didn't say that I would. You told me I had to.
Yeah, he said that he would. He didn't argue, so that's consent. That's how that works.
Yeah, that tracks.
Melkor, we need to have a conversation about what that word consent actually means.
Yeah. Keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think.
I don't think
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it means what I think it means. But what is, you can tell Trey. I'm sure he doesn't know what that means.
I'm gonna make
Trey,
sure
you can say no.
supply of roofies.
That's not
haven't had
standard
those
equipment.
since I was in the Corps.
All right, so I'm just going to need an astrogation check to see if you can make it all the way to Jack system.
Alrighty.
And what did I have to do? Okay, yeah, we're gonna go with her.
16.
All right, perfect. So you guys are on this ship for a month, and at some point you must just get tired of each other's stories and jokes and smells. The refresher is probably just funky as hell from all the rationed space food that you guys have been eating. It's just an all-around bad situation. Someone keeps forgetting to turn on the fan in the refresher, so the funk is leaking out into the open bay area.
It's me. I'm not forgetting. I'm intentionally not turning it on.
At what point?
I'm gonna jettison you out of the ship in hyperspace.
At what point does the Dejaric board stop working?
Oh yeah. I don't know. Probably day 2. You're like, damn it! Who
Seems
broke
legit.
it? All right, so you come out of hyperspace. You see the Jek system in front of you, and you see Jek 4. It'll take you, another hour and a half to actually pull into outer atmosphere. You're immediately hailed by the planetary communication system. It's just a robot asking you to transmit your transponder code and state your business.
We have your monkey lizard.
We have a shipment for them.
Bit of a delivery. Both delivery, yeah.
You see on your screen coordinates sort of pop up, and a little message is sort of revealing the House of Jek welcomes you. Please dock in their private hangar bay. You will be met in atmosphere by planetary security, and they will guide you there. So as you enter through the atmosphere, you see some cloud cars sort of coming up and sort of go around you. They're just communicating with you, the pilot, telling you to just stay on course, follow their trajectory, and they will get you to the dock safely. And the House of Jek thanks you all for bringing back their stolen property. So you guys see this rolling fields broken off by massive cliffs and huge oceans, and everything looks beautiful. It's it's sort of what you reflect like ancient Greece must have looked like. Just stunning, brilliant blue waters. The clouds are just sort of dappling the sky. It's bright, brilliant blue. Everything looks very peaceful. You see this flock of sea fishers flying across the ocean, and it's just like heaven, especially compared to where you just came from. Confined asteroid or the frozen planet of Amud. This is just a beautiful sort of retreat-looking planet. You arrive in the docking station, and it's all polished and brilliant and new, and sort of off into the distance, you see this wonderful mansion sort of set up on this really beautiful rise of the hill with all these plants, and sort of the gardens are all immaculately detailed, and everything is just brilliant and beautiful, and it just sort of takes your breath away and makes you forget for a second that you were just hunted by not just the ISB but also the Pikes and double crossed by some shitty gangsters. So
Nice.
life can be good. So you arrive up and dock. You're met by the docking security group. They ask you, do you need us to recharge any of your batteries on your ship or refuel, or is everything? Do you have any maintenance requirements?
Yeah. Is there also a
Deep-
cleanup crew
deep
that
clean.
could deep clean?
Keep playing.
We can send a crew aboard. You'll be here
you.
for a little while, so it shouldn't be a problem. It'll be ready for you when you leave.
Yay.
Thank you.
They're all very nice. No one's nosy. They're when you bring the monkey lizard out, I assume you're carrying it with you as you're
Yes.
going.
Yes.
Everyone
Got
just
it in
sort of
its little cage.
looks at it and just sort of steps away because they're all too familiar with this little creature. You guys exit the docking bay and you open up into this brilliant exterior setting. The breeze is sort of wafting into your face. You get this nice fresh scent of the salty sea itself. You're hearing this sort of animal life. I mean, it's just a wonderful place for a retreat. You start walking up into this massive, beautiful home, this mansion. Sorry, I've got to get the look here for the crew. You guys are at the very south end of it. Let me ping you. And you see two very old women come walking out with one, average age, sort of like middle-aged man, and then a security detail officer is coming up next to them. And as you guys approach, the old lady sort of like brings up her hand to like sort of look as if the sun was in her eyes, but it's clearly not. And you can see like sagging skin, from as her sleeve of her dress sort of pulls back. She's sort of shaking a little bit just due to age. It is very nice of you to have brought back my dear stolen pet. Eric, how are you? And the other lady next to her is just like, you'll have to excuse my sister. She is overwhelmed with the sight of her long-stolen pet. And the guy next to her is just like, yeah, it's a bit of a bitch, though. Sort of shit everywhere. I assume you've all been coated once or twice.
Yeah, man. There's some things you just can't wash away.
The stain, it's persistent. The smell doesn't go away.
No,
Courtesy
I'll be smelling that in my dreams.
Oh yeah, the ship's getting a deep clean.
Courtesy of whom?
Courtesy of, what's his name? Forties.
Oh, yes. Oh, he is wonderful, wonderful Twi'lek. I was very fortunate to have met him when I did. It was really just a beautiful dinner that we hosted here. Oh, what would you say, sister? Oh, well, mother, I believe it must have been 2 or 3 years ago. Oh, yes. The cheese that year was quite ripe, if I recall. Do you think that's why he was named Four Cheese? No, I don't believe that's his real name. It must be in reference to cheeses, right? He's French, is he not? Well, those Twi'leks, you can never be too sure. Like, mother, could we perhaps just deal with the exchange? I'm sure these people are tired, and they certainly want to go about their space business, I assume, collecting stolen property. How exactly did you get your hands on this, if you don't mind me asking? The young man is asking.
It's a long
Careful
story, and I
negotiations.
wouldn't want to bore you with the
How
details.
exactly did you guys lose your Kowakian space monkey in the
Lose? Oh, my dear, it was stolen from us in the middle of the night. Sinister men and women, surely ne'er-do-wells, if you know what I mean. The sort you wouldn't want to bring home to mother.
Of course. But with all of the grandeur that's here, why the monkey?
What do you mean? It is my prized pet. Eric Pass is not just a monkey. This Kowakian monkey lizard is more valuable than probably everything you have on your person. probably your life itself. This is my dear little Eric Paws.
It's home now, so
Do you hand it over?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
She like opens it up. It jumps up, like crawling all over her head and just sort of like nuzzling against it. And she's just closing her eyes, just sort of, nuzzling back. Very kind of creepy, especially when you've seen what this monkey does. It starts like rubbing its lips on her cheek, and she's just like, "Oh, you smoopsy poopsy, little boss, I love you." And the guy sort of turns around. Well, I suppose you're going to be staying for the night then.
I mean, if it wouldn't be too much of a burden.
Sure.
Sister Gertrude sort of steps up. Oh, it's an absolute necessity. Don't you understand? In Jack, we have a system. We must entertain our guests for at least a little while, dinner at a bare minimum. It is the custom here, so I hope you're hungry, because we've got some delightful samples of our local cuisine here for you. And I'm sure
Absolutely.
after such a long trip, how long were you in hyperspace?
About a month.
30
A
days?
long while.
Oh, yes, I am sure you would like to clean yourselves up and get something hot in your bellies. The security hasn't said anything. He's just been staring each of you down one at a time. Clearly, he's working out. He's sort of sizing y'all up. Hold on, I'm going to put her underneath the lizard. So they're having some fun. Anyway, so they turn around and they walk in. The security guard just sort of like moves his hand out to the side, indicating that you should enter as well.
All right.
Hell yeah, let's do
Yeah,
this.
well,
Do it.
I could decimate a feast.
So they go inside and they just sort of disappear up the stairwells. The guard is sort of taking you in. He's like, we have some rooms set aside that I'm sure you would like to change and hit the refresher, shower. We do have some baths that if you would like before dinner, we can have someone deliver you to. And they are these special volcanic mud baths that are meant to rehydrate your skin. And it is rumored that they can actually bring longevity in life.
Dope.
okay.
Sounds wonderful.
Don't have to tell me twice.
So he comes, delivers you guys up this grand staircase, and he's like, you'll have to excuse us. We did not know how many of you there were going to be. We were just told that the monkey was in fact on its way by Forties. So if you could mind doubling up, 1 woman and 3 men, or 1 woman and 1 man and 2 men, or however you would like to do it. We've got some rooms here that you can use.
I think the boys can share.
As you will. So these 2 rooms, the north and south one, they're furnished the same, even though the map isn't showing it.
I kind of like to share.
Dibs on the bed.
Knows what consent is.
Trey walked past you. He's like, "Well, that's not Melkor." Just,
Why don't we give Melkor his own room?
that's a worse.
I agree. That's a great idea. Yeah, we should totally give Melkor his own room.
I think after having to deal with the 3 of you on my ship for a month, I should get my own room.
Yeah,
That's pretty fair too. I could totally see that. All right, so in any case, you're given ample time to clean yourselves up. You actually do see clothing in the wardrobes that's local style, which is sort of long, flowing, loose-fitting clothing. None of it's obscure or odd or make you embarrassed by wearing it if you decided to, but it is really nice. They have maid service come in and ask you if you would want to be escorted to the volcanic mud baths, or if you would like to just hit the refresher here. They can clean your clothing and get your gear all ready. In the meantime, if you did want to wear the local fare.
Nobody wants to go have a spa day. What's in this room?
I'm absolutely doing spa day.
I'm absolutely doing spa day.
Just like a bathroom.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, let's go hit the spa. I'll grab a change of clothes so that way we can.
Yep, nope. I'm changing my clothes right now and getting ready to get covered in mud instead of Kawaki and monkey lizard poo.
Instead of monkey shit, yeah.
Yep.
It's a better brown cover.
Right.
So the maids indicate you to wear robes instead of clothing because you are going to be getting filthy. And they take you, it's about a 20-minute drive by land speeder in order to get to the actual volcanic mud baths themselves. Once you get there, the breeze is a little bit chill, with the heat of the actual mud bath itself, just messing up your internal temperatures and stuff, but it's a nice experience. There's all sorts of other people there of mixed different species, all sort of enjoying the baths. It is a sort of a public place. But there's like, refresher rooms that you can change into there. And there's like private cordoned off areas just for the royal house. And that's where you're taken, but you can still see all the common people in the distance doing their common things. But, you guys are given these really delicious drinks if you decide to imbibe. They do have virgin versions of them. But it's this local fruit that in some cases is fermented, and they have these nice little ice chips in it that are sort of zest flavored that brings out this really interesting sort of bite to the drink. It's got a little bit of heat to it as well.
Spicy margarita.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, they have food. They have like sort of this dried local animal meat and cheeses and meats sort of all over. They got local olives. There's like 12 different varieties of them that different serving women come in and offer you. So yeah, you can spend, up to like an hour and a half here before they try to move you off back to the royal palace for dinner that evening. But the sun is starting to sort of crest over the sky, and you can see it sort of lighting up the horizon line, and it looks like it's going to be a gorgeous sunset. You're almost wondering why for Gersh for Cheese didn't just deliver it himself, because this is so nice.
That was my first thought.
I'm also wondering this.
If that discussion comes up in this, I think Trey's like, isn't that a little suspicious that he wouldn't, like, if this place is so cool and he didn't want to come, like, should we be worried?
I mean, if these guys take me out, I don't care at this point.
Typical. Okay, whatever.
I've lived my life.
Like, this is the best I've ever had it, ever. I'm 50-something years old, and man, it's been misery. So, if I go out tonight, I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah, the whole time that Trey has known Melkor's been like low-key suicidal. So it's like,
oh jeez.
He's like, no, it's fine. If I die, I die. And I'm like, look, I am young and I want to live my life. And he's like, yeah.
Like, it's only downhill from here, kid.
Nice. Okay, so you guys get back and you can get dressed and ready and pampered. They have all sorts of colognes and perfumes for you to use if you would like to. Clearly, when you get back, all of your equipment is gone. They're presumably cleaning it and if you have any holes, they're sewing them up and stuff like that. They just want to make sure that you have the best experience possible in this royal household. You've brought back a dear member of the family, according to them, so they're willing to allow you to enjoy their own luxury lifestyle for a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
The sun
So
hits.
when the Empire arrives, we're completely
right.
Yeah, I'm getting
It's all right. I brought my fake mustache kit, so
Oh, you're good.
yeah, man, we're golden.
Everyone just puts on a mustache.
Mhm.
Who are these strangers? I don't know.
Definitely not rebels.
They definitely love mustaches, I'll tell you that. All right, so the maids come in and they sort of guide you on to the dinner room. The sun is setting and it's just casting this beautiful glow across the ocean from your viewpoints of every window that you're walking up past. Again, this is sort of up on this hill with this cliff that just opens up in this beautiful area. You guys head in and you see, I gotta arrange these people. Give me 1 second. Not the Quaking will be right there. The mother will be at the end table. The son and the sister at the two ends of it. So you're basically brought over to this room. So you can go ahead and move your characters in here. And the maid leads you over to the far end. Over here. And as you enter, you see assassin droids on either side of the doors as you walk in, just as if they're statues, just standing there motionless. They don't even really look like they're powered up, to be quite honest. You're not seeing any indication of activity in their forms. But as you're brought over there, the woman is just sort of like snuggling with the Quakian monkey lizard. And almost like they don't even notice that you've entered at all. And you see dinner service start. The butler walks out, rings a little dinner bell, and servants sort of file in and drop all the stuff off. One of the maids comes up to you, Sirix, like, "Oh, you must understand. You cannot sit this close to the royal family, so please go to the far end of the table. Thank you very much."
Totally not scary.
The son sort of looks over all the way down. He just sort of like nods his head. The sister is just twiddling her fingers, watching this mother figure with this Quakian monkey lizard as dinner is brought out. None of the servants make any eye contact at all. They're all just sort of like making sure every napkin is pressed perfectly and all the dinnerware is in place as they delicately put down this fine dining meal. And it's, this is just the first course of it. It's a little appetizer course, some sort of like fishy looking meat rolled up really nicely. Not quite sushi or anything like that, but all right, Sirix, you pull some etiquette here, and you understand that this is a very common amongst this type of culture, and you just, act appropriately. Let's see, is everyone here? We're missing someone.
No.
We're here.
SSanna, Melkor. Oh yeah, there's only 40. Okay, my bad. I'm used to the monkey being with you. So as you guys are sort of like just taking in the feast in front of you, and they're going around pouring drinks, the servants, the butler walks away when all the servants go inside, and the mother looks up. "So how do you find our little home here in Jack?"
Absolutely delightful.
"I trust you enjoyed the bath."
No, more than I could express.
"That is wonderful to hear. Do I get a Imperial tone out of your voice? You have this dialect that is very staccato, very military."
I may or may not be retired.
Oh,
But,
very good.
that's long in the past.
I don't
I'm just a
blame you.
traveler. I find lost animals.
Well, I certainly do appreciate it. Yes, Mother, we understand that they've found your Quakian monkey lizard, and that is wonderful, but we do have political business to discuss, so perhaps we could feed these local pet finders, and they could go about their business. Yes, Mother, we do really, truly need to discuss the situation that this does mean, because, quite frankly, before you all arrived, she sort of leans over the table and turns to all of you, we did have other people saying that they were going to deliver this instead. Surprisingly, the Pikes did not deliver it. And almost on cue, the doors open up. And you see 3 Pikes come in. And it is the same Pike, Cox, which you personally know of, SSanna. And he's like, and this vocabulator comes out. "It is very nice to see you again, SSanna."
Yeah. It's
the other Pikes
see you again.
Unholster their weapons, and immediately the assassin droids come to life and bring up these blaster cannons right behind them. And Cox sort of like looks around, and they like reholster their weapons. The mother sort of stands up. "While you are here on Jack, Cox, you will be showing proper respect and behaving appropriately. Really, withdrawing weapons at dinner time, I thought better of you." "Certainly I did not mean to offend you. May we join you for supper?" "No, I would be delighted if you would join us." So they move over and sit down on either side.
Oh my
On the other
god,
side
we're
of the
gonna
dinner
actually role play a tea party. I'm so fucking excited.
So the butler comes out, more food is brought out for them, so everyone's on the same course. And it's sort of like looking over, why didn't you allow us to hail you? Why didn't you allow us to board you and discuss our proposition, Sanna?
Why did you chase us down and fire at us? Quartz?
Oh, we
forget
weren't
what
firing
I'm
at you.
so
We were
sorry.
trying to secure the stolen property. You know we need the mining rights here on Jack, and I can't help but think you are indebted to us. It just seemed like this would be a wonderful way of you getting out of debt with us. So who are you here on the behalf of, if not for us?
It was a private job. I don't always work for you.
Well, it does turn out that we have a shipment that is ready to be picked up. So in the morning, we expect you to be en route to go pick that up.
Of course.
Now, for the Quakian monkey lizard, it appears there are a number of institutions that are looking for it, and I have to be honest, I wouldn't want either the rebellion or the Empire to have control of this device, of this planet. So you wouldn't happen to be working with either of those organizations, would you?
I did a job. The job was to get the monkey lizard and deliver it here.
Sorry, this is bugging me. I've got to fix these guys. I can't. This is going to drive me nuts.
We were
Oh,
just
no.
trying to save you guys a trip. Like, I don't know why you had to chase us down, and the monkey got delivered. What?
He's like, stupid humans, stop speaking. You do not address the pikes. You're not worthy. The mother's like, oh, certainly we can be a little more cordial than that, can't we, Cox? Now, while you're all here, and you all seem to want something from me, I'm wondering who I should go with. After all, this group sent by Forchis has delivered my stolen property. We still haven't discovered the culprit who stole him in the first place. I would like to see him hanged.
Here, here.
The pike speaks in its language. I'm just going to do the vocabulary version of the pikes. He's like, I also would like to know, and I can't help but think that perhaps your Forchis contact is the reason it was stolen in the first place, to leverage them in the first position for mining rights of your planet. Now, certainly, you must understand that if you are going to be dealing with someone like Forchis, then you're going to be dealing with a terrorist organization, whereas we, the Pike Syndicate, we bring with us our own independent security measures. We will not deal or bring any hatred from the Empire. Corsec is out of the business, so, out of this planetary space, so you don't have to worry about them. The only people that you would ever have to worry about is us, and we bring security. So this little monkey lizard of yours or anything else on your planet is safe with the Pike Syndicate. Certainly you must be able to see that.
You sure that you didn't arrange for the monkey lizard to be kidnapped?
He sort of like stops and turns, and his little face tentacles like twitch a little bit, which is, them being upset a bit. It's like, it would not do you well to insult your employers.
Sometime employers.
I'm working for you 24/7. I'm a contract. I got a contract. The young man's like, so the Pike Syndicate, you say? I mean, you have a very good selling pitch. I mean, Imperial entanglements can be dangerous. We can't quite trust them if they are in fact going to be coming onto planet and mining our resources. And likewise, I know the rebellion wants us to join their cause. We haven't spoken to their agent in quite some time, and it would be nice to have some sort of alliance, have our backs in case the Imperials do go against their word, though I can't imagine that ever happening.
No.
Yes, right,
that's
brother. The Imperials can be trusted. They've brought peace and security from the Separatists and this new terrorist organization rising up that Our contacts have told us they want the mining rights, but the Pike Syndicate does seem to be the right one. But it is Forchis who delivered, the mother speaks out. Forchis delivered my sweet, sweet Irik Pass, and I have to show respect for what is brought, do I not? I cannot just ignore the gift that was delivered.
Very true.
What do you all think of the Empire? Do you believe that they would honor their agreement with us?
No.
No, those turds will turn on you in a second.
Coming from someone that was former member.
There's a reason I left. And as far as you know, it was voluntarily.
Are you suggesting it wasn't?
No!
With that statement?
No, you're
Certainly.
reading too much into stuff.
Very well. I think the next course comes out and they clear away the table, the plates and everything, and refresh drinks and everything. And she sort of waits for everyone to leave, and then she continues. I think perhaps I should think upon this overnight. Certainly you wouldn't mind staying for one more evening, would you?
Somehow
Of
they
course
managed.
Not.
What's that? Everyone's talking at once. I didn't.
Well, there's
I
going to be
said we'd be
breakfast,
honored
right?
to be your guest.
Yes, there will be breakfast. Is
Trey's
that what you
in.
asked?
Yep, Trey's in. Breakfast? Yes. Let's go.
Say you had me at breakfast.
I will have to consider this. Do you have the... well, gosh, this is terrible because I can't think of the damn word I'm trying to think of. Do you speak on behalf of Forchis? She looks over at you all. Really, the
Yeah.
only person that's a full-fledged member is Sirix.
And I think Trey looks to Sirix, he's like, that's him.
Do you have
In a
his
limited
proxy?
capacity, yes.
Very good. I think you and I should perhaps have a private conversation after dinner then. While everyone else relaxes. What do
The
you
monkey
say?
lizard watching.
Yeah.
I don't know if they pay me enough to close this deal. I'll do my best.
She sort of cocks her head a little bit like, I'm not sure I understand, but very well. Let us enjoy our dinner in silence then. This is the way I prefer it. And this is probably the most awkward dinner because the Pikes are just sitting there staring at all of you. These older individuals at the far end, the Royal House of Jack, are just sort of, focusing on themselves and totally ignoring you. Thierry, you immediately feel something like punch in like the back of your head, but like not physically. You just feel something like invade your mind briefly.
Okay.
It's got this. You get.
You
It's like a shake weight. You get this sense of like lavender or something flooding your senses. And as you look around the table, you see that Sister Gertroy is sort of like doing like a side eye over at you, sort of briefly, as she's like bringing her tea up and sipping at her tea and putting it back down, and just sort of having a full-fledged conversation.
Do I feel like she's trying to signal me or talk to me in some way?
You're not really sure. You don't have a lot of experience with anything like this. So for you, it was just like your privacy was invaded briefly with lavender for whatever reason, and you're not really sure. For the good of the mission.
I think Trey at some point, like if she's looking down, and I was going to do this differently, but I think Trey will start to ask, can you tell me about like the culture on Jack? Like I would like to learn more about this wonderful place. Everything so far has been amazing.
The young man slaps his hand on the table. I believe we said we were going to eat in silence. Do you not recall that? Silence! So he
Indeed.
goes back to his food.
I think Trey's just like a scorned child. He's like, okay.
The whole while I'm unfazed. I'm not paying attention to any of the tension. I'm just decimating this plate in front of me.
The pikes are like, it's like very, the vocabulator is normal sounding, but when he speaks, you can tell he's trying to be quiet, but he's all, but the vocabulary comes through. So it was strange that the Zalsis collective had a loss in its membership. Did you feel you must kill them? And the young man slaps the table again. He's like, I said silence! This is dinner and you will respect the House of Jack! And the pike just sort of turns over. This guy sort of pushes his seat back. Still sitting down, just sort of turns and like unflicks his holster so he can easily grab his pistol. And immediately this droid steps up and he just sort of stops, scoots his seat back in, back to the table, and just goes back to silence.
Gonna do a little finger wag at the pikes. Not gonna say anything.
This dinner goes on for like an hour. What's that?
So that's when I finally sit up and look at everybody and say something. I'm like, I swear to fucking God, if any of you keep me from getting dessert, I will murder every motherfucker in this room. Shut the fuck up.
Have some manners.
You see, the guy looks over you and he's just like, like the one that's been like berating people for speaking. He's just like, yep, thank you. That's correct. Thank you very much. And it's like an hour of uncomfortable silence by the time they finally bring out coffee afterward. And the mother picks up her quacking monkey lizard and she sort of like turns around, walks all the way around here. She sort of like stops, looks over at you, Sirix, and then walks over into this sort of lounge area.
I'll follow her.
Hell yeah, you are.
For the good of the mission.
The droid goes back to the door. And these two... Oh my gosh, I can't control him. He sort of moves... I'm just going to move him off here so he's like leaves the room. And then Sister Giltroy looks over at you, Terry, and she's like, might I have a word with you, young man?
Yes, of course. Trey would love to come speak to you. Tyree's back on the ship, on the asteroid. You said Tyree twice.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good.
It's a T. I'm an imbecile. All right. So she like walks off to this little office room with you. All right. So Sirix, as you're sitting there, you see a sort of a butler come in. He's like, would you like anything, a nightcap perhaps, some brandy or sherry?
That would be fantastic. Thank you.
Wonderful. And tea for you, Mom. Yes, that is wonderful. Thank you very much. She's like, so I am aware that you are a representative, at least for Cheese, was a representative of the Rebel Alliance, and it has come to our attention that you would like to bring Jack into the Alliance's fold. How can you ensure that you would protect us against the Empire? Because they also are very adamant about leveraging our resources.
Well, I mean, anonymity is the way we operate. I don't know how everybody knows all about this, and it's the less people that know about it, the better. And set up private operations and just keep it on the low key and make sure you guys aren't on the radar of the Empire.
But what if the Empire comes in and demands that we hand over our planetary resources? What would the Alliance do to protect us? Certainly, we need protection.
Yes, yeah, we can arrange something for that for sure. And
is there
the
any
one
reason
I can say is that, unlike certain criminal organizations, we don't turn around and stab our partners in the back because it forwards our own agenda.
My concern, I believe, would be a common one amongst any planetary group looking to align themselves with the Alliance, is that they're seen by the galaxy as terrorists, and some of the activities that have gone on have been quite brutal. Certainly none of that would happen here on Jek. Do I have any assurances, or is there anything that you could guarantee the safety and prosperity of my people. I certainly don't want a terrorist organization to be using illegal munitions and stockpiling on my planet.
No, it wouldn't work that way. That's not how we wouldn't. We're not in the business of putting our partners at risk. We would rather keep you guys as safe and far away from the fighting as possible and redirect that onto a different front. We just need the resources so that way we can get going on our fight to try to liberate the galaxy from the clutches of the Empire and make sure that there's some security, that you're not either at risk of being subservient to the Empire or a criminal organization.
You certainly do give me something to think about. And bringing back my dear sweet Eric Pass, I must say, this goes a long way to us believing that you can do what you said you can do. Perhaps we can continue our discussions as we get our refreshments. So as you guys are sitting there, simultaneously, Trey, did I say it right this time? Did you go in with Sister Giltroy? Gertroy?
Yes, he did.
Gertoy. Can't say her name right. So, your experience with her thus far, she's an elderly looking aristocrat. She's not quite as old as the other woman that she's calling mother, but you can clearly see they're not like mother and daughter at all. This is just like a weird family, title reference or something. But she immediately stops shaking and stands straight up. It seems to me that you possibly have some leverage of the Force. Is this true?
Do I get... What's like the vibe check? I don't even know how to ask for that in this system. Like, what kind of feeling do I get from her? Like, do I feel comfortable talking with her about this at all, or does she seem suspicious?
That's kind of going to be up to your opinion.
Okay.
She's not like overtly... She was clearly faking being weaker around everyone else
Sure.
than she is right now.
Okay.
But she is, an older woman. And she clearly invaded your mind in some way. So, yeah. I mean, it's kind of up to you.
Okay. Yeah, it's just that there's no skill check for that in the Star Wars system. That's fine. So
I think perception. I mean, if you want to do like a general perception check.
Sure. Now I gotta find that on the sheet again.
Should be the very top.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, you feel pretty good about her.
A long time ago, I received some training, but I've been on my own for quite some time. Was that you with the lilac smell in the other room?
Lilac smell? I have to say, I haven't heard that one before, but yes, that was me. We all have our own sort of aromas or perception cues when we use the Force on other people. It is sort of the way the Force communicates with each other. As you have some training in it, I have been trained in it for my entire life. I used to work on... shit, I wasn't thinking of a planet before now. I used to work on Corellia as... fuck, I'm not prepared for this at all. She basically tells you that she has been trained under her own Jedi Master for a long time, but she just walked away from the Order in order to pick up the responsibilities of her house here on Jack. But she is quite capable. If you've ever been interested in learning any new techniques, she would be happy to train you, assuming that the Alliance does in fact come through with security and prove that they can protect Jack from the Empire.
Sure. I think he would. Did you ever know? I think Trey has been looking for so long for a Jedi Master. Like at some point, whatever her intentions may or may not be, I think he's like yes. So did you ever know Master Kaga?
No, I cannot say I've ever heard of him. Is he your master?
She was my master, yes. And when At the end of the war, when things changed, she told me to survive and run, and it's kind of what I've been doing ever since.
She like moves her hand out and puts it on your forearm just very delicately. You don't have to run. No one knows about you. The only reason I knew is because I looked inside of your mind. You are safe here on Jack. In fact, you don't even need to deal with this Rebel Alliance thing. If you would like to come stay with me for a period of time, I can teach you.
That's a lot to think about, I think. Can we talk about it in the morning?
Certainly, if that is what you would like to do.
Yeah, I do want to continue on the path. I want to learn more, but over time I've made these friends, and I think I need them as much as they need me. And
Well, certainly you must understand that the Empire is trying to bring down the Rebel Alliance. That means if you are a part of the Rebel Alliance, you are in danger. And if they find out that you're a Force user, well, that monster will hunt you down and kill you. The same one that hunted down all of the other Jedi.
the one in black.
Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, bum, bum. But if we let the Empire continue to do what they've been doing,
The
no
Jedi
one
light
will
has
have
been
good.
extinguished in the galaxy, young man. Certainly
Has
you
it?
must understand that we are the only ones left. I thought I was the last Jedi. I thought I was the only one living in this galaxy. And then I meet you, and you're hope. You are possibility. You must see that. The Dark Lord of the Sith will exterminate us if they discover us. It is why we even were willing to listen to the Rebel Alliance in this negotiation. We cannot
Well-
be under Imperial rule, but if you are a part of the Alliance protecting us and they find you, that might lead them to me. I need you to really consider the Jedi used to rule and protect the galaxy. We exterminated the Sith millennia ago. And this new Dark Lord, he claims he is the Dark Lord of the Sith. Certainly you understand the danger of the light being extinguished from the galaxy. We have to protect ourselves.
And that's true, but don't we have an obligation to protect everyone else as well?
She turns and looks at the table. Young man, I walked away from the Jedi life a long time ago. And the one thing I realized, self-preservation is the most important law. We cannot protect others if we ourselves are dead. If our order extinguishes from the galaxy, we are all going to be draped in darkness. And she turns back and looks back at you. If you are not willing to come and train under me, I'm not sure I can let you leave my castle. You
Bum,
are
bum,
becoming a
bum.
danger to me. Certainly you understand that.
I do, but
So hold on,
But-
we're going to stop right in that moment. Back with the Pikes, with SSanna and Melkor. So, what was that, a Rancor?
Clearly.
Eating its dessert.
So the Pikes looks over. SSanna, if you can get them to come over to the Syndicate instead of going with whomever you're representing, I will wipe away all of your debt. We need these resources. And you know we're not going to take advantage of them like the Rebel Alliance would or the Empire would or whomever you're working with right now on this job. You have worked with us for a long time and we have had a great relationship. We can continue that relationship. All you have to do is convince them to go with the Pike Syndicate. And then you're free.
Yeah, that's tempting.
You're hearing this too, Melkor. You're there.
But I know
No,
what
I'm
working
not.
for
I'm
the Pikes
tuning all
every
this
day
shit
is
out.
like.
I'm still eating. I'm like on my third portion.
You're like
of
looking at
dessert.
other people's plates and like taking the leftovers.
Hell yeah, I am.
Okay.
As far as I know, this is my last meal. I'm gonna eat up every goddamn second of it.
Sorry, Santa, go ahead.
Start eating off everybody else's plates that they left.
Yeah. He's just like stacking all the plates in front of him.
Oh, yeah. Go up to the pike leader, wipe the last bit of frosting off his face, and just stare him straight in the eyes.
Oh.
You got a little something there. Hold on. Thanks.
Tastes like fish.
You gonna eat that? No. Okay.
He's like on his tentacle.
You just go up to the tentacle. So, Sana, what do you say?
Your offer's tempting.
Well, it appears that you're going to be staying here overnight, right?
I'll think on it.
You would do well to think on it, long and hard. We can be the best friends you ever had. Let's not change that relationship.
Yeah.
What about
Sure.
the rest of us, though?
I'm sorry, who are you?
No one. Never mind. Ignore me.
I was just wondering.
Totally not the guy that killed the guy that you got mad at me for killing.
He's like,
Did you just kill the
Napkin?
guy?
My name is Napkin.
Napkin lamp. Napkin lamp.
Solo.
Yeah. He's like, where do you come into this?
I'm just rolling around with her, man. That's about it.
Who are you working with?
I'm just working for whoever's going to hire me. That's where I'm standing right now.
In that case, I can offer you 1,000 credits right now if you can sway the Queen Mother.
I don't think she's going to listen to me, man, to be honest with you.
Everyone seemed to listen to you about dessert.
That's because I was going to pull a gun on everybody. That can be pretty persuasive.
Well,
I don't know if I can pull
1,000
that card
credits
again.
doesn't do it, perhaps 2,000 would. 2,000 credits. Convince the Queen Mother of Jek to side with the Pike Collective.
Go for a percentage, man.
Yeah, man. Sanna's my captain. She's the one in charge.
So you
It's
work
gotta
for
be
Sana.
pockets.
I mean, I guess. I work with, for, whatever. It's all the same thing.
All right.
With, for, under. I mean, he did move into the ship.
I am kind of squatting there right now. So
Squatters' rights.
That was actually- Well, yeah.
All right, well, the Pikes sort of like push their chairs back, stand up, look at you. Please, consider it for everyone's general health. And they leave the room. You two are in there alone.
All right, so we're not seriously considering siding with the Pikes, right?
No.
Okay, so
Very
let's discuss that, because that wasn't... there was a little hesitation there.
I owe them a lot of money. I owe them a lot of credits. They're definitely not. They're not good. They're not good.
I mean, right now, we're technically working for a terrorist organization,
But
so...
yeah,
We're freedom fighters.
Pikes.
Freedom fighters.
Like, I'm following your lead, so you
I
tell me what you think we should
don't
do.
work for the Pikes willingly. They have been known to blackmail, to do whatever they need to get what they want. I certainly wouldn't recommend taking anything from them or working for them.
All right, duly noted. I thought that $2,000 sounded too good to be true.
I also owe them a lot of credits. And it would
that's
be
worth
nice to not owe them a lot of credits. No.
No? No final answer? All right.
All right, so we're going to go back to Sirix. Sirix with Mother Harrieth. I can't help but think that perhaps you would like to go night hunting with my brother.
That would be grand.
They like to go hunt some of the local wolves that have been cutting down our deer population, and we must keep them in check, and I just figure it would be a good way for you to ensure that my brother is also in line. See, here on Jack 4, we sort of rule this planet, well, as a trifecta. The three of us together, we come up with our decisions, and we all, agree on everything. So if you wanted me to go with the Rebel Alliance, I just think that perhaps you should indulge him and convince him of the importance of it, and that would go a long way. I believe my sister's already sold on the idea, and I'm leaning that way since you picked up my poor, beautiful little schmoopy poopy Iriak pass.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I can have him bring you some equipment, and we can arrange that. Do anyone else in your party hunt?
Yes, yeah, I think they all do.
We will have to see if my brother is comfortable with that many people. Quite frankly, you all did not behave yourselves very well during dinner, and he might be worried that you're not as quiet in the wilds either.
When it comes to that, they're a lot better off than at a dining room table. Their manners, their manners. I'm trying to help them with some etiquette, but we're much better. And I'm going to tell her about the wolves on the last planet and how we.
That's terrifying! Oh my goodness, they collapsed just landsphere? I didn't know they operated like that. That's very, very odd, is it not?
Yeah, SSanna, she's got good manners.
SSanna has good manners? That's the young woman that was here.
Yes.
Very good.
And she's a great hunter.
She seemed to know the pikes very well, which is curious. Were you aware of that? Did you know that she had a friend in the pikes?
I don't know about friends as much as and that's another thing that I would like to say about the Pikes. They're not really your friends. They just kind of get you under their thumb, get you in debt, and then they try to control you. And I think the same thing had happened here on your planet. I want to do everything I can to see that that's avoided.
She moves over on the couch next to you, just sort of sits down. The monkey lizard climbs up on the back of the couch, sort of staring at you, drooling. She's like, young man, do you think perhaps she is still working with the Pikes? Do you think?
No, I think she's trying to get away from them. I think she's, we wouldn't have got your monkey back here if she was still working for him. Your monkey would have been delivered by the Pikes. So I think that there's everybody has a past, and we're trying to help her get out from underneath that. And so, the one, he's a former Imperial operative, and he doesn't want anything to do with the Empire. And that's, I think, more going to be, I'm pretty sure it's going to become more and more common that more systems are going to be falling away from the Empire because of they operate as a government system like the Pikes do. And if you're against what they want, they're going to roll over the top of you. And so collectively, I think we can come together and form a better resistance.
She stands up, straightens out her dress. You have certainly given me quite a lot to think about. Thank you so very much for having this conversation with me. I truly appreciate it. And I will have the butler come and outfit you for the hunt later tonight, and perhaps we can have some of your friends join in as well, as long as, again, my brother's all right with it. Have a wonderful evening, and thank you again so very much for the chat.
It was my pleasure. I'm going to bow to her.
Oh, nice. Okay. So back to Trey and Sister Gertoy. What were we going to say? When she, overtly threatened you. Politely.
Politely, but overtly. I think that the internal battle that Trey is having is that he has wanted a new master for so long, but he's become pretty attached to Melkor over time and worries that, what is going to happen with him if he leaves. So I think he is going to... hell, Kyle.
I got to put the chat in this screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Do we need everybody in the world seeing this now? So, all right. So,
it is very much a
it's on brand for all of us.
Sorry.
Yeah. So, I think Trey looks at her, says, "If you can train me, perhaps together, when I've learned more, we can do more for the Rebel Alliance and stop the Empire from making things worse. I think together we would be stronger. I know I have a lot to learn still. So, yeah, I think I would like to stay."
She walks up to you and just staring you in the eyes. I think you've made a very wise decision. Now, perhaps we should retire to our rooms for the evening, and I will see you in the morning at breakfast.
Yeah, sure.
She touches your forearm again. Truly, it is special to find one of us out there. The chances of us meeting together like this and being connected through the Force, it's almost unbelievable. But here you are. Let's make this a very good connection, shall we?
Yes, Master. And he will take himself out and head to bed, as he was told to do.
You head down, just walk.
Yes,
Where are you going? I don't want to talk about it. All right, so Melkor and SSanna, you see Sirix coming back at. What do you do?
So how'd that go?
It went pretty well. I'm going with the brother, go hunting. I've asked if you guys can join, just because it's...
I've been known to blast a motherfucker or two in my day, so I'm down.
Just don't blast the motherfucker that we need alive. Please.
No problem.
So, SSanna, what are the pikes? What's going on there?
They entrapped me and my ship, and if I don't pay them back, bad things could happen to me, but that's a me problem. It's not something I'm gonna let
Focus.
not something I'm going to let interrupt or disturb what's going on here.
Well, I'm sure the Alliance can help you figure out a way out from underneath them. Is all I'm kind of getting at.
It would be appreciated. They did offer me a deal here to get out from under them, but
How did those deals work
I
out?
think what the Alliance is doing is more important.
All right. Would you join me on this night hunt if he allows it?
Sure. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. That's and I mean,
Yeah, hunting in the middle of the night, legit.
Anyone ever heard of Dick Cheney?
Yeah, I was gonna
God
make
damn it!
a
All right,
Cheney joke.
that's why I want to
that's
keep
what
it
I was
there.
gonna. I could not remember for the life of me the dude's name, and I didn't give a fuck enough to look it up. But I was gonna make that joke.
It's an accidental shooting.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just wants his poll numbers to go up with the gun advocate groups.
Small price to pay.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's
The
face.
blaster crowd.
All right. So are you guys going to retire to your rooms and wait for the brother to come, or what are you going to do? You just kick it
Okay.
here?
To,
That depends.
we'll
Are they
wait
still
for
bringing out
some-
food and coffee?
No.
Oh,
They
okay.
stopped out the coffee. You were like scavenging the plates as they were like clearing it away.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm going back to my room.
dude, Malachi, you're not starving. We will. Melkor, you're not
It's
starving.
like,
He who
dude,
walks between the rows.
I am definitely not Malachi.
That is true.
I was gonna say Trey never would have come back in to the dining room. He would have gone straight back into their room, and he's anybody who goes in and finds him, just he's got a lot to process, so he's just like in meditation mode at this point.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So do we?
So yeah, I mean you're
Derek,
free
should
to
we just
move
wait?
yourself and stuff, but it's you guys are just kicking at the table.
Yeah, we'll stay there.
Yeah, and I'm going back to pick on Trey. So
Let's see if I can find this.
I know that he's
I,
meditating.
Is our stuff delivered back to our rooms?
Are you going to go to your room, or are you staying here? Because you're not aware yet.
Okay.
So, Trey, when you get back to your room, all of your boots are polished, your belt's polished, your clothes are all completely cleaned and folded and ironed. I mean, everything looks great. Nothing's missing. Same with you, Melkor.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get
I was gonna
back
say
into my
that's
normal gear and load up on all my weapons and shit.
that's the cleanest Trey's clothes have been in years. So
So Brother Loomis comes in, sort of stands at the end. Sirix, is it?
Yes.
Well, I believe I was told that you would like to go hunting with me.
Yeah, I was wondering if I could bring my friend along here as escort. She likes hunting also.
Escort? What do you mean?
I don't mean like escort. I just mean like joining us,
Oh,
like
well,
just coming out for the hunt because she also enjoys the hunt.
I suppose I believe you were going to be joining me to speak with me about political matters, though. Is she all right to
I mean,
join in that conversation?
I trust her.
Well, then, I don't mind if you don't.
All right.
Is there anyone else?
No, I think they're retiring. I think the one ate too much and he's going into a food coma, and the other one just needs his rest.
You're just going to be standing at the door fully geared, ready, Melkor, and no one knows.
Yeah, man, I'm waiting. I'm just I'm like sitting there fucking playing with my guns because that's responsible. Like, man, fuck me up some wolves. I can't wait to go.
What was that, Kyle?
Let me go double check with them just to make sure and just to see if they're up and
I'd say
ready.
it'd be funnier if you left me, but I mean, I'm down to go.
Yes, why don't you? And I'll have a conversation with SSanna while you do it.
Okay.
He's like,
Right.
I will have the maids deliver your hunting outfit. We do have particular customs when it comes to this sort of thing. So he like comes up and like scoots the chair a little bit, 45 degrees, sits down, so he's almost facing you directly. He's like, should I be worried about the pikes?
In general, yes. Always be worried about the pikes.
I'm worried by the fact that they came in here, disrupted the peace of our dinner by pulling weapons. And
Yes.
I believe it was because of you.
Possibly.
Is there a reason why I shouldn't have you turned over to them?
I brought your monarch's monkey
I-
lizard back.
Hate that monster. I've been urinated more than I can say by that little rodent.
Oh, I don't disagree. My ship is a wreck. But I brought him here in good faith. My business with the Pikes is mine, and will not disrupt what is happening here.
But it already has. It
As
disrupted
somebody
my dinner.
who has been forced to work with them, I would very much recommend against it.
Interesting. Why? How? What leverage do they have over you?
They can take my ship back.
How is that possible?
It's a long story, but
I have
suffice it to
resources
say-
at my disposal. Perhaps if you're a friend to me, and he puts his hand on the armchair that you're sitting in, I could arrange recompense.
All for the mission.
So this I've never really described what he looks like. He's middle-aged. He's got graying hair. He does have a little 5 o'clock shower at the moment. He's not dressed in hunting gear at the moment, so he's still wearing the same robes that he wore when he came in earlier. He's not an ugly man. I'm not sure what SSanna's type would be, but it's probably not him. But he is wildly wealthy, and he's royalty, so he's trying to leverage that in this moment.
ugh.
Don't do anything you don't want to do. This is not supposed to be super creepy. It just ends that way because I'm involved.
The alliance that I'm with has already offered their assistance in this manner.
And would that be the Rebel Alliance that is trying to offer us protection? So that means that you would be here to protect me?
I go where I'm needed.
I have many needs. Sort of leans
I'm
in.
sure
You get this
you-
real strong whiff of like liverwurst sort of smell.
Adam.
My, what an enchanting cologne you're wearing.
Is that onions and liver? Mmm.
Oh. Oh. Gross.
He's just staring into your eyes.
I'm gonna like casually get up.
Yeah. He just looks up.
I appreciate the offer, but
He sort of realizes
let
that
us-
what's coming. He sort of stands up and moves toward you. It's still the chairs between
let
you two.
us enjoy a hunt tonight
Yes,
and
I would like that.
leave it at that.
I understand. I think perhaps while your friend is trying to convince me of joining his organization, I might be able to convince you of joining me later on, after the hunt. Well, I suggest you go get dressed, and I will see you shortly.
Yes.
He turns
of
around and
course.
walks away, and the smell goes with him.
He goes and asks Melkor to borrow his porniest stash out of his mustache kit.
I heard you
Right?
got a stash. Is it true?
I got you, kid. I got you.
All right, so does anyone say anything to Melkor?
Yeah, are you coming with us?
Hell yeah.
Are you staying here, Trey?
Trey's meditating. You're not going to get through to him.
All right, I'll leave a note, gone hunting, pin it to
Yeah.
well.
Oh, I was thinking more like sticky note, just right on the forehead.
Well, that works too.
So
That's usually what I do.
Perfect.
Smooth.
Yeah, well, while they're doing that, I'll go change into
Okay. The hunting outfits are
least sexy thing I can find.
Oh, they actually deliver specific clothing for everyone to wear.
Perfect.
And they bring hunting rifle, which you're expected to bring with you as well. It looks pretty ridiculous. Depending on what you consider ridiculous, the boots are nice, all the way up to your upper calf. They're bright red. The pants are like super flared out at the bottom where they're tucked into the boots, and then it's flared out again at the cuffs on the wrist. There's these red leather gloves as well. The pants are like this bright green, almost not quite neon, but super bright green. And there's this sash that's meant to go around this upper tunic that has the green and red stripes going through it. It looks very, very strange for a hunting outfit.
Yeah, camouflage.
Yeah. The weapons, they're slug throwers. They're very old looking weapons. I don't know if any of you have had experience with slug throwers before. If you have, then you know that this is going to be like a one-shot deal. You're going to have to like reload, and it's going to be a whole thing. So
Aren't they the blaster version of like muskets?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
can I bring my heavy blaster pistol?
No one said anything.
Okay, I'll pack.
Yeah, I'll bring mine as well.
No, I don't go anywhere without my weapons. So yeah, I'm definitely packing underneath this goofy ass clothing.
Okay. We're not actually going to be role-playing the hunt because you guys don't actually see any wolves out there the whole time. He's listening to what Sirix has to say while he's side-eyeing.
Before we left, while it was just the three of us, like in the hallway, whatever, I turn over to Melkor and Sirix and I say, "Don't you dare leave me alone with him. Don't you dare. I will leave you stranded here."
Oh, come on, man. I thought you guys had some good chemistry.
Do not.
From what I heard.
Leave me alone with him.
I saw lightning between you two. I think there's something there.
Is he sporting
was it the lightning that was shooting from my eyes to murder him? Like, do not leave me alone.
All right, gotcha.
All right. So the evening goes well. The evening hunt. Again, it's quiet. You don't really see anything. You don't even see like the deer that are supposedly being hunted by these local wolves. But it is just a nice excuse. You get some fresh air, and it is beautiful. Some of the plants actually have this really nice incandescent glow on the moonlight when the moon hits it. So it ends up being a nice little enchanting stroll. A little creepy for Santa, but everyone else has a pretty good time. You go back to your rooms, and evening passes to morning. Let's go ahead and use that as our moment for a break. We will be back on the other side, everyone. Thank you guys so much for tuning in if you're watching. Chris, hey, thanks for tuning in for a time. We appreciate that, and we will see you all shortly. I
Yeah, I
can't
want to
wait.
go to
That'll be-
Tatooine just to find a couple.
Love me some snot lizards. Get high on them. All right, welcome back. We are back. It is the next morning. Breakfast can pretty much go off without a hitch, but you guys are free to go if you wanted to leave. Otherwise, they're happy to sort of talk with you. Sister Gertoy is actually waiting outside of the room wherever Trey is sleeping when you guys do end up waking up and coming out.
Is she in a leather outfit?
No.
Hell no, she's a proper lady, man. She's just nice skirt, tied back bun, ruler in her hands. Like
And
So she
Trey's,
does have a writing
Trey's
prop,
ready for
at least,
some
right?
shit.
Right, yeah.
Until the door
The
closes.
writing prop
then
is
it's
required.
all- Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys. All right, so as soon as the door opens, she's like, Trey, may commence with our training?
Would he have had a chance? Like, is Melkor awake yet, or is Melkor like still passed out?
It's
I
kinda
guess
up
is
to
the
you guys.
question.
I mean, I was getting ready for breakfast, so I'm awake.
I think before he exits, he would have like pulled Melkor aside and been like, I think I'm gonna stay here for a while.
Jesus, why? I mean, Mudbath was great, but I don't think it was that good.
No, I think there's things here I can learn about the Force that will help us. But it's here, and so I have to be here to do it.
How's that going to help us if you're staying here and we're getting ready to boot, scoot, and boogie the hell out of this place?
Every time you go off and get blasted somewhere, do I not find you? Like, it's not going to be that hard.
Touche.
I
Are you
fought.
saying
I don't know, man. These people seem kind of sketchy. Like, you think that's a good idea?
you're kind of you've exposed yourself, and you got to think what happened to the other Jedi.
I think I can hide better here, and I would put you guys at more of a risk.
I mean, man, do what you got to do. Yeah, you got my comlink frequency,
Yep. And
and I'll come in blazing if I have to.
all right. I think it's fair. So, yeah. I just wanted you to know.
Is she bigger than me? Never mind. Don't answer that.
Trey wasn't going to answer that anyway. He's going to like, okay, and then he'll go out. Ah, hell. He'll go out and talk to Sister Gertoy here.
All right, so she's gonna lead you guys both down into the gardens here. I mean, how long have you and Melkor been together? Like, I'm curious as the game master. Like, are you guys? Is it you fine separating like this?
I don't know. I would say it's probably been a few years at least that we've kind of run around together, and I think it's mostly born out of like Trey almost like feeling like he needs someone to follow, having left in still being essentially a Padawan. Like he doesn't know how to function without like another person, and I think that he is fond of like Melkor, but he still wants to learn more. I also think that Trey feels like there are other Force skills that he needs to really be useful to the rebellion if this is what we're going to be doing. So I think he's kind of torn between like, yes, I want to be with my friends still, but if the coolest thing I've ever done is accidentally cut someone's blaster in half to get us out of a fight, is that really useful? So I think he's kind of, that's his what he spent the night kind of meditating over, was like, if I learn how to do this, I'll be more useful to the group long term. So it's that short term sacrifice to make himself useful to the group so that we can, move things along properly.
Well, plus, I mean, you had the added bonus of her threatening to basically out you and off you.
Yeah, there was that. And I think Trey kind of internalizes that and almost kind of blocks it out to some extent. Like he's more focused on like...
You didn't let any of us in on that.
No.
Okay.
just that I don't even think I let you know that she is, because he's now worried about like outing her and like doing that. So like to protect everyone, he just said there are force things that I can do here on the planet, but I don't think he would have specifically told you that it was a sister Geartoy. Geartoy, however you say it.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. So as you're walking down into the gardens with her, everyone else goes in for breakfast, and the Pikes are already sitting down waiting. You see the Mother Harrieth and Brother Lumos come in and just sort of acknowledge everyone. We have made a decision. Yes, indeed we have. Mother here believes that, I'm sorry, Pike Syndicate, that you are not in our best interest to align with at the current time. I would like to keep negotiations on for future mineral rights and mining operations, but for now, I think we are going to look at different avenues. And you just hear them, this is an outrage. How dare you bring me to your planet only to refuse our service? You have made a grave enemy at this moment. And they sort of storm out, infuriated. The guard comes in immediately. His name is Jans Gantrin. He's like, Mother, may we have a word? There seems to be a problem at the docking bay. She's like, what is the problem? He like, comes up and whispers in her ear. She's like, oh my. It seems we have Imperial why can't I ever think of freaking language when I'm like in the middle of a conversation? It seems we have an Imperial presence in the docking bay. Did you have some contraband or something that they're looking for? She's looking over at you, Sana.
Thinking.
She's going through a mental inventory of everything on the ship. No.
No?
Maybe. No.
Why would the Empire be here on Jek? I'm sure I don't understand.
I think the Pikes.
You believe
They are
that
known to run spice.
Pikes have something to do with the Empire's presence? I wasn't expecting them. Perhaps we should go down and all find out what's happening here. Yes?
That sounds good.
I mean, if you want to go down and check, we're just gonna wait right
You promised
here for the rest of our-
breakfast, so...
Yeah. Yeah, man. I was promised eggs. I'm waiting for my eggs.
He's like,
Space eggs.
Hell
really, really just not worth it until he gets his calf and his space eggs.
calf. He's like his third mimosa in. Like, he's like, wait, there's eggs?
I need some grease to soak this up. All right. So you guys head out of the mansion toward the... Does anyone stop and say anything to Trey before you guys go?
I'll send him a message on our communicators. Send it to his data pad.
What does it say?
Letting him know that we're going down to the starport to see why the Imperials are searching Sansa's ship.
Are they actually searching my ship, or are they just there?
Well, they're
It
there.
was
I'm
just reported that
assuming
they were
they're
there.
searching your ship.
I don't know why they'd search my ship.
I'm gonna leave it a message that says there's a crucifix behind you.
I don't get that reference.
What
All right. Well,
we do in the shadows
oh, okay.
when they finally figure out telephones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Trey would have asked. He would have checked it, and he would have asked Sister Geartoy, like, is this something we need to be worried about? Should we go check it out?
No. Now that I'm your master, the only thing that you need to worry about is doing what I say.
Yes, Master. Like, he immediately,
Okay.
I think, falls back into line with his Padawan training. He's just like, okay.
Okay. So
Like a true Jedi.
for that, I'm just going to put you guys over here just so you're out of the conflict for the moment here. So
Okay.
as you guys are walking down, the guard, you can see him pick up a rifle on the way out, make sure it's got a full battery cell, slings it over his shoulder, and starts walking down in front of you all. The mother and the brother, Loomis and Mother Harrieth, are following in the rear, coming up behind everyone. And as you enter, SSanna, you immediately, Melkor is SSanna, you immediately recognize the ISB officer Mar Berez from the mining facility as well. Just standing there, smug as ever, with some stormtroopers behind him. Look what we have here.
Bitch, how did he get out of there?
It seems you are just always within my sights. You know, we've been looking for you for quite some time, little rebel spies. And the Queen Mother, rebels, not here on Jack.
No idea what he's talking about.
Like, we have confiscated your ship. At this point, we are going to ask that you throw down all of your gear and choose life, for you are now under my control.
Are we though?
So, do we go initiative? What do you guys want to do? SSanna, what are you going to do? I'm going to add Sirix to the mix.
Not gonna fire yet.
Who am I missing? Oh, Trey. So what are you going to plan on doing?
I think I'm just gonna move kind of away from the rulers a little bit in case there is a gunfight. I don't want them to get hit because they seem very frail. But I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna draw my weapon or fire just yet. I'm just gonna try to hawk-ish.
Okay.
Like kind of BS my way a little bit while I'm waiting to see what everyone else does.
Okay. Sirix, what's your plan?
I'm just going to follow SSanna's lead.
So you're just going to stay talking? Melkor, what are you going to do?
I'm going to stay back, just kind of act as like second guard for the royal family.
Nice. So the guard is going to pull out his weapon and he's going to engage them talking, trying to, explain that they have no authority here. Mother Harrieth and Brother Loomis are going to back him up with any sort of diplomacy or whatever needs to happen. The ISB officer is clearly going to stand back and just watch as his troopers go up to detain you with their cuffs. So these troopers are going to go up, one to each of you. Number 1 is going to go to SSanna. Number 2 is going to go to Sirix. Number 3 is going to go back to Melkor. And then 4 and 5 are going to approach and stand next to the stairs while they're putting the cuffs on you. All right. So as you guys are doing that, now let's just remember you have movement points in this. So it's going to take like forever to be able to do anything. So this guy does 2, 4, 6, 8. Well, it's 5, right? So it's 2, 4, and then he's going to turn in 5 for his turn. So you see 2, 4, and they're going to be heading toward you. So 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4. So for their turn, they're moving forward. The ISB officer is just standing back smug. You guys are just sort of standing there talking for your turn, getting ready. As soon as Jans pulls out his rifle, these troopers all lift up their E11 blasters, and the officer's like, "What in God's name are you doing? Tell your soldier to stand aside as we abduct these individuals." The Queen Mother Harrieth is like, "This is absurd. You have no authority here. We are the Empire. We have authority everywhere in this galaxy. And if you do not listen and obey, you will be sent to detention camps like these rebel troops. Do you understand?"
keep saying
you
that,
have
but
no
that's not
authority.
what we are.
All right, so now what are you
Told
going to do,
we were
SSanna?
rebel troops. Nobody fired yet?
Not yet. Blasters are pulled.
And they're aiming at the guard.
Yeah, it looks like it. So, SSanna, what's your
I'm
plan?
gonna pull my blaster, but I'm not gonna fire.
Okay. Sirix,
Yeah,
what are you
pull
going to do?
mine too. Move forward to the stairs, pull my blaster.
Okay, and so just make sure you're counting your movement points and facing direction points, because that's it has huge bearings on where you are and what you can do here. So, Melkor, what are you going to do?
Is there a way that I can pull my blaster without them seeing it? Because I'm gonna
Not
step
really.
in front of homeboy right here, just kind of act as guard even more.
Like here?
But I don't want them to. Yeah. But I don't want them to look at it as an aggressive move.
I mean, if you pull your blaster, they're going to see it.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Okay, so let's see. I can do.
Well, you don't move yet.
Nope. Okay.
This is just your declared action.
I'm just trying to remember how many movement. Well, whatever.
Right,
I'm gonna move in front of him or to the side of him and
so
pull my
moving
blaster.
diagonal is 3, moving straight down is 1, turning a direction to move diagonal is 1 point per 45-degree turn. So always keep those maneuvers in your head as well.
Okay. And then how many move points again? I thought I had it
So
written down.
just to move, it's 5. If you want to run, you get 10. You can actually turn up to 90 degrees during a run, but again, each 45-degree turn is 1 point. Moving from one square to another is either 2 or 3, depending on it's a flat side or a corner.
Mm.
So just always keep that stuff in mind. If you run, it's an action. If you walk, it's not an action.
Okay, cool.
All right, so that's what you're going to move in front, and you're going to pull your blaster. Jans is going to take a shot at the Stormtrooper number 5. He's here not to put up any conversation. He's here to protect the royal family, and he's going to do his job. This Stormtrooper is going to 4 and 5 are going to try to put down Jans Gantron, because he's the overt threat at the moment. And the other 3 are going to continue to move towards SSanna, Sirix, and Melkor to put their binder cuffs on you. Brother Lomas and Harrieth are going to stand back and just watch, aghast, as this happens. So the first action, SSanna, you're pulling your weapon out. This for that first action, so it's 3... 4, he's just going to do his action of moving toward you. 5, 6, 7, 8. And are you going to resist him in putting the cuffs on you?
Absolutely.
Okay, so pulling your blaster out doesn't take an action, but it does take a die away as if it were an action. So this is, his movement was his first segment. So he's just going to move in to do that. I need you to give me I guess we could do however you like, whether a basic dexterity or a brawling parry. Actually, it might be a melee parry too. I mean, I could go either way because you do have your weapon.
It's all the same.
Oh, okay.
I'll just do a basic dex.
He's just going to do a basic brawling to try to put it on you. No reason not to do anything like that. So he got a 14, and you said you're going to try to dodge. So the difficulty of this is 5 normally. But since you're resisting, it's 16. So you're just like moving around as he's like bringing the binder cuffs up. And as you move around, he clearly is a little upset about that. Okay, so this next one is going to move 5, 10, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to get to Sirix. So he's going to have a -1 to his attempt. Sirix, are you going to resist?
Oh, yeah.
All right, go ahead and give me your melee weapon parry or brawling parry.
Oh, okay, they're the same.
Wow. So yeah, he's trying to put it on you, and you're moving your hands away, and this immediately turns him aggressive. And then you had taken out your blaster. on your turn during this first segment. Melkor, go ahead and move for the first segment of this combat round as this guy's going to move toward you. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And he's going to try to put it on you with a -1. So it's 2D. I know it says climbing jump, but it's the only thing I had there for 2D. So he got a 5. Are you going to try to resist him?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So again, exactly same thing. You guys are just moving your hands around as they're trying to put it on. Stormtrooper is going to try to fire at Jan's Gantron. So blaster. The first one is 8. Wow, these are low. The second one is 9. Oh, those are terrible.
Stormtroopers, so
He
they're
is
holding.
clearly going to, yeah, I mean, they're stormtroopers. He is going to try to dodge. Let me grab his sheet really quick. Let's see.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they both shot him. Because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's point blank range. So he gets hit twice, loses his turn, so he can't fire back. So the first one's 13, the second one's 12. His strength roll to absorb any damage is 8. So he takes the wound for the first one, and the second one is another wound. So the stunned and then wounded. So he's going to have a -1 on all his actions. You guys see him just get blasted twice in front of literally everyone here. All right, and so she's just aghast. The stormtroopers like, neutralize them all if they do not cooperate. Do not die here. It is not very intelligent of you. Give up now. Sirix, what's your plan for this next round?
I'm going to shoot this stormtrooper in the face.
Sanna, what's your plan?
Same. I'm gonna shoot
Trey. Oh, I'm sorry, not Trey, but
the
Melkor.
stormtrooper in the face.
This dude's right in front of me, so I'm capping him right in the face.
All right. So let's see who goes first, because they're all going to be firing at you as well now that you've resisted. Let's see. Go ahead and roll your. We'll start with who just rolled first. Did anyone roll? Okay.
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry. I thought I saw it move. Let's start with Sanna because she's just. I'm sort of going clockwise here as I'm looking. So he's going to do. You're both going to do your blaster roll. You got it off first. You definitely made the DC. He's going to try to dodge. It's not enough. So give me damage, and I'll roll his strength. So 15. His strength roll was 5. That's 3 times, which drops him down to incapacitated. So you just drop him immediately.
Correct.
On the ground.
Ow.
He just drops down. Let's deal with you next, Sirix. Go ahead and roll blaster, and we'll see who gets it off first. They got a 6.
Come on, Daddy needs new shoes. 21.
Ooh.
All right, so you get your blaster shot off first. Go ahead and give me damage because you met the DC. He is going to try to dodge, obviously, which doesn't work. So go ahead and roll your damage. His strength roll was 9. So that's
21.
twice, so he's wounded. Then, let's see. These other 2 troopers are going to be shooting at Jans. He's going to be firing back. So Jans is going to do his blaster, and they're going to do theirs. Oh, gosh, these windows are just, like, in my face. 2? He rolled a 2? And they rolled a 3, so they get it off before he does. That's unbelievable in the second one. But 3 is not hit. That's too low. So they're just trading, hitting walls. This is ridiculous. The trooper right in front of you.
Just standard Imperial firing here.
Yeah.
100%.
Yes, that's what's happening.
Melkor, go ahead and give me your blaster shot as this one's going to attack you. Oops, sorry, that's the wrong roll. That's the wrong one. This is the right one.
Oh, even better.
What did you roll?
13.
13. Okay, he's going to try to dodge out of the way. So 13, that's still above 5, so you still hit him. So your damage is 7. He's going to roll a strength. You hit him, so you took his turn away, so he's sort of stunned for this combat round. Oh, I'm rolling the wrong one, damn it. Hold on. Dodge. Same thing. Strength. That's technical, damn it. Strength is 6. So it's still stunned for the round. Okay. So you hit him. He's stunned, but you didn't actually wound him or anything. For this next round, what are you guys going to do?
I'm going to shoot that one right there.
Number 4. Okay. The officer is going to end up pulling out his pistol, and he's going to try to shoot you, Sanna. Sirix, what are you going to do?
I'm going to shoot the same stormtrooper again.
In front of you. These other 2 are going to fire at Jan's Gantrin again.
Quick question.
Yeah.
How, if I wanted to take 2 shots, would it be
You
my
get a
regular
minus
roll
1
and
die.
minus 1?
It's minus 1 die to both shots. You can only do 1 at a time. The first segment, you both go at the same time. The second segment, you'll go, and he won't.
I'm going to back up a second, Adam. Sorry. The one that was in front of me, he was down, right? He's dead.
Yeah, I put a little crossbones on him.
Oh, I see it now.
He's not
Okay.
killed. He's just unconscious.
He's just no longer a threat. Okay.
Yes, 100%.
Oh, let's go single shot.
Okay. What are you going to do, Melkor?
Oh, I'm going to shoot back at him again.
Yeah, the guy in front of you is going to try to shoot you. So it's pretty much the same, except now we have Officer Berez in the mix. So I need to pop these out so they're not like taking up my screen. Because I got to pull up Berez's as well. Okay. So let's do this. Sanna, this is the first segment. So you're going to try to fire at this first stormtrooper. He's going to try to get his shot off before you get yours off. So we'll see who does that by using this blaster roll. So go ahead.
16.
And at the same time, this ISB agent is firing at you. So let's see if he gets his off before you get yours off.
Ooh.
So he got a 16. You got a 16. Tie goes to you. You got it off before the stormtrooper could. Because the ISB officer is not, he still is shooting against you at this exact same moment. So if you want to dodge, you can, but let's resolve your attack against the standard stormtrooper first. So go ahead and give me your damage for that. And I'm going to see, he's going to try to dodge out of the way.
11.
So a 5 against your 16 is still not enough. So his strength against 11 is 7. So he's just stunned for this turn. The ISB officer, are you going to try to dodge his attack?
Yeah.
So he rolled a 16. He only needs a 5 at this distance. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, you dodge out of the way of his blaster shot. And then let's go to this stormtrooper that was stunned, can't move. The second stormtrooper is going to attack that guard from the distance. He's actually going to move. So 1.
I gotta go get a charger real quick. I'll be right back.
5, no problem. And then he's going to fire at the guard. The guard is going to try to fire back. Oh, that's the Officer Perez, damn it. Sorry, guys. I have too many of these things going on. So the guard rolled a 3. The stormtrooper did it too. So this is exchanging regular shit blasters. Sirix, go ahead and roll. And this guy's going to try to get you point blank. I can't believe you guys are like fighting point blank. Whoa!
Right. Damn.
Okay, you hit him. Give me a... He's going to try to dodge out of the way. He's a joke. All right, give me blaster damage. His strength is 5. Oh my gosh.
He's dead.
So that's 3, 4 times. So he is totally incapacitated. And he's out of it. I'm just going to move these guys to a different layer so you don't see them anymore. Just know that they're out. Okay, so now let's deal with you, Melkor.
All right.
This guy's going to shoot at you.
16.
Why is it only
Definitely
rolling 1
beat
dice?
that.
Oh, because he's wounded. That's why. That's cool
Yeah.
that's tracking it like that. Okay, so
All
you
right,
rolled a
so-
16. That's your damage. He's going to do the strength. 5. That's twice the amount, so he's wounded. You get wounded again. You're incapacitated, so he's out. And there's 2 stormtroopers and the ISB officer left. They're clearly a little scared and upset. And this is an act of treason against the Empire. You've murdered! You've put down my soldiers! You are all going to be sent to detention camps. Do you understand that?
You sure about that? Kind of looks like we're winning.
Mother Harrieth calls out, "This is your only opportunity to leave. I can guarantee your safe exit off of this planet if you stop your actions right now, but you have no authority here, and it clearly seems like these individuals don't want to go with you." He puts his pistol down and looks at her. "Very well, but know all of you that I will return, and I will capture you, rebel scum." So for his turn,
You will?
he's going to leave. You gonna roll on out of here with that wheel? Are you guys gonna continue combat?
Well, it depends. Are the stormtroopers leaving too?
Yeah, they are going to. They've been
I
I
commanded
kind
by
of think
their
let's take
officer.
some
and-
pot shots at him.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I'm
if you do that, just keep in mind that the Queen Mother is giving them swore an oath that they could get out of here safely. So if you're
Okay.
going to fire,
Oh,
you're going to go
never
against
mind
her.
then.
yeah,
I don't
no,
I don't want to piss her off. All right.
same.
Okay, so you guys are going to end combat?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just let
Yeah.
them leave
Okay.
because
They're clearly leaving
I'm
with
standing
egg
right
on their
next to her
face.
guard. I don't want to get shot by the guard. So
Outside, you see a Lambda-class shuttle after he calls on his comm link sort of raise up, and this platform sort of, as it's hovering, descends, and they jump on. And as it's closing, he's just sort of crouching down, staring, and giving the evil eye at you guys as the door closes. The
Neat.
ship disappears, and you guys are now standing there. She's like, "Well, it appears like you can protect us from the Empire. You can
told you.
tell Forsyth, for cheese, you can tell for cheese that we would be happy to join the Rebel Alliance."
Tell Asiago.
I'm gonna bow again to her and say it's been a pleasure, and I look forward to our dealings.
"The pleasure is all mine." All right, you guys are free to leave without your friend. I can't believe you're leaving your friend.
Well, I mean, he's making his own choice.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He decided to stay.
All right. So,
All
Trey,
right.
ostensibly for the rest of this session, you're going to be training with her. You're getting the distinct impression that she's not as gentle and kind as your last master. She is using sort of threats and intimidation in order to get you to behave certain ways and engage with her. So, you're kind of got a strange feeling about her after having trained with her for a day. There's something off, is all.
Yeah.
For everyone else, you guys are on the ship. Where's your destination? What are you going to do?
Well, we're going back to see the
Before we do anything,
Casey guy, aren't we?
before we do anything, how did that Imperial officer know we were there?
With pikes.
I mean, the Empire. I mean, the Pikes stay away from the Empire as much as possible. They're smugglers.
Yeah, I don't think it was the Pikes.
I mean, they
Or
definitely.
Forties.
Forties. It's
I still don't trust it.
there's got to be somebody in the Rebel Alliance that's doing something.
When
How
was
would
the last
they
time you
know?
scanned your ship for trackers?
Ooh.
They've been that long, huh? Okay, then
Good
I guess we
question.
know.
All
That's
right.
how they found
Once
us.
we get up in the air,
BD-16, scan the ship for trackers
I mean,
before we even get up in the air, because if it's on the outside,
right. Okay. So you're going over the entire ship, and you actually find a tracker on the outside. You're not sure if it was just put there by the ISB agent that was just there, or if it's been there for a while. But you do find a tracker on the outside.
all right, I shall crush it beneath my heel.
Don't crush it. Put it on something else. Here's the
Like
thing:
what?
if we destroy it, they're going to know that we're on to them. If we
No.
put it on something else, they're going to think we're somewhere we're not.
let's go.
What are
hit
we
a
putting
space
it on?
I don't know,
Another one
fucking
of the
trash
fishing
can or
boats.
something.
Is the pike ship still around?
No. You guys actually never even saw a pike ship. All you saw was
Alright.
them walk in and walk out of the dining room.
Yeah, let's just go stick it on that trash can over there in the corner. Then they're
Sure.
gonna think we stayed here.
Excuse me.
I think that puts
No,
these
I don't.
guys.
What- I don't
That
want the
puts these
Empire
guys
coming
in
back
danger.
here.
Yeah. We don't want to put
All
our new
right, I
allies
guess
in
let's
danger.
destroy it.
No,
But
let's
now that
look-
we know that
Just-
it's here,
just
we
jettison
could
it
use
out.
it to our advantage.
Slap it on an empty box, jettison it out into space in orbit, and then just go.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yes. Or stick it on.
Man,
somebody
Trey, you're
else's
getting really
ship.
good at this force
You want to know.
projection.
Mhm. I'd also like to pitch that we start referring to Ford cheese as every type of French cheese we can. So it's, one time it's Roquefort, then it's Brie, Gruyere,
It's a running theme. All right. So
We could also just jettison it into space and then see who comes to investigate.
All great ideas. Let's do one of them.
All right. Perfect.
all right. So you're bringing it inside the ship as you
Yeah.
go up into space.
Correct.
So as soon as you leave orbit, you immediately see an Imperial frigate.
Ah, shit. Let's stick it on that.
Let's stick it on that.
So let me just pull that out really quick because it is at long distance from you. Clearly, it's the ISB agent's spaceship.
Clearly.
Where's the starships? Here we go. All right, so it's actually a lot larger of a ship than you are, but it is moving in. All right, so the plan for these guys is to obviously engage with you and destroy you. What are what are your plans?
All right,
Run
so
away.
all
Run
right,
away.
so then I'll take the hyperspace navigation stuff again.
Okay, so you're going to do the piloting, you're going to do the hyperspace. So let's get going with our speed. Let me pull up their ship stats real quick. Not NPCs. Imperial Custom Frigate. All right, where's their speed? Sublight speed is 4D.
Oof. Yeah, they're gonna.
They got a 13. What'd you get?
Not that. A 6.
Shit.
You see them moving in. Their gunner is going to open fire. You just see like these 4 laser cannons just going off at once. What's their...
Sweet.
I actually don't see their stats, so I'm going to use a generic Stormtrooper for that. Oh, Stormtrooper's right up here. Come here, Stormtrooper. So Starship Gunnery is 2D. Oh, wait, he's not wounded. Hold on, I'm going to roll that again. 2D plus the fire control of 2D. Dang it. So that's the last 4 of those. So 2, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so when they open fire and the like you were trying to go away, you can actually use your maneuverability dice if you have any maneuverability die on your ship,
I don't.
in addition to your starship piloting, in order to try to get out like a dodge. Basically, it's evasive action. So let me just double check on evasion. A pilot can use his piloting skill to evade enemy fire. And the maneuverability dice. So,
20.
whoa! Whoa! Oh my gosh! So you see these laser blast bolts come flying like at a very far range from you. Does that even reach them? It has to get a 15. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so it didn't even matter. I mean, it doesn't hurt you to do evade anyway. But you're easily like spiraling around, just avoiding all of these laser blast bolts as they're flying out toward you. So let's do it again. Are you going to plan on firing back? Or oh, wait, no, we got to do the hyperspace. Give me a hyperspace roll.
Hyperspace, yeah.
Oh, we're in hyperspace, bitches.
Oh, shit. You immediately punch it and you just hear it go, "Woo, woo, woo," and you just disappear into the vacuum of space.
Fuck yeah.
Nice roll.
Nice job.
That
Yeah,
could have
high
gone
five.
very south very quickly. Could have went really badly. That was
Yeah,
great. All right,
yeah.
so you guys, where did you jump them to, by the way? Melkor, you were in
Were we just
control.
going back to the asteroid?
You need to tell
we,
me because that already happened. So
We
Okay.
we were going to. The original plan was to go pick up what's her face.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to go pick up my
so that's a
girlfriend.
15-day
On a moose.
trip from where you are now.
Dump
All right,
the
so you hit
tracker
hyperspace. You come out of hyperspace, back in Corsec, controlled airspace. As you start to approach the planet, what's your plan here, anyway? By the way,
there. We drop
How
the
are you doing?
tracker when we're in hyperspace, right? Just so we're clear.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then once you're like out in space outside of this planet of a mood, is it?
Let's just see
Oh,
if we can reach
mood.
her on comms real quick. It has been
Trying the
like
same
over a
frequency?
month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been some time. All right, you know what? Let's see.
Time for Melkor to do some sweet talking.
Oh, yeah.
You're actually not getting any response from her when you're hailing the same frequency.
Do we risk asking the guys here? Do we risk going down to the planet, or do we just cut our losses?
I wouldn't say go down to the planet until we know if she's down there and still looking for us,
Yeah.
because that's going to be a whole can of worms that
Do we have her
as soon as
number?
we enter atmosphere.
Well,
Can
you
we
guys
call?
tried the same frequency that she contacted you on, and that's the only
see.
reference you have.
Is there
you might try to
anything that?
send a message back to Fort Cheese, who was the original person to contact and set up this whole deal.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
All right.
So what would that be roll wise?
I just want to point out, like a second ago, you guys were like, he's definitely his traitor, and now you're reaching out to him for information.
Well, I mean, traitor or not, he's the only person that can get us the information that we need.
Yeah.
But if he gets on the comm and he's like, "Holy shit, you're still alive," then you're like,
What about
"Okay."
the other guy? What was the other guy's name that was there?
The other guy, what do you mean?
Well, so he wasn't
It's,
her contact, though.
Tyree.
Yeah, Tyree.
Tyree.
I would trust him a little more. Or we could talk to Tyree and see if he can get it on the down low.
You know that it's going to take a while to relay a message, so you would be in space, sort of orbiting this planet for a while before you get any reply back.
Or is it going to be longer than just flying back to the asteroid?
15 days, probably, yeah.
It would be longer waiting?
No, it'd be longer to fly back.
Okay. Then, yeah, we'll just kind of hang out.
It'll probably take you like
Yeah.
5 days to get a message there and back through different hyperspace hollow buoys.
I mean, 5 days is nothing considering how much we've been in the ship anyways, so
Very
I say we shoot a message
Oh, yeah,
out
by
to
the
him.
way, when you get in the ship, it's completely spotless. Like, they went in and just cleaned everything. Like, little gunk between little panels and everything. It's all detailed. It looks
Oh,
beautiful.
yeah, man. I mean, if
Well,
it's clean,
that's
I got a
brand
bathroom
new.
destroy, so we
Oh.
can, we can spend time
we
in here.
search the ship also, just kind of give it a good, to make sure that there aren't any other trackers.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, it took you 15 days to get here, so you had that whole time to just do whatever you want, and you didn't find anything else. It was just the one.
Okay.
Did they fix the Dejaric board?
Yeah, actually, they
Still
did.
broken. Still
No,
oh,
it
no,
works.
okay.
It totally works.
Everything's
Now you can't
Sucks
enjoy
for you,
it.
'cause
Brand
you're
new
not
ship.
here.
Brand new ship. All right, so 5 days later, you get a message back from Thierry. Like, I'm sorry, this is strange the way you would contact me for this. I don't know that contact, and I'm not sure why you wouldn't just ask for cheese. I asked him, and he told me that these are the different comlink channels that he has contacted them on before. So feel free to use any one of these, and you should be able to reach out to them.
All right. I'll just send it back. Thank you. And we'll try hailing her on one of the others.
Okay. The first two, just dead air. The third one, you actually get a response on. You hear this really deep. Does anyone have alien languages? Like, does anyone know
Yeah.
any other?
I've got languages, 3 dice.
So I've got alien races.
You want to roll the Is it just called languages?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's under knowledge. There's
Yeah, languages.
Yeah,
and
roll
then
languages,
alien
everyone. Let's see if you
races.
know this. You hear this, like super deep voice that comes through. Yeah, you don't recognize it.
I just want to see if Trey would have known.
Okay.
No. Also no.
Just so you guys know, it's Elthorian, but you didn't know.
I mean,
So
that's what it sounded like to me.
you're the four-throated language. Eventually, the transponder comes through with the vocabulator, and it's this is Refree. How can I help you?
Yeah, we're trying to locate a contact, Ursha.
Ursha, yes. Hold on a moment. We'll get her on the comms. You hear this familiar southern draw. Well, who might this be?
An old
Man
friend.
of your dreams. And his friends.
Well, kiss my grits. It's so great to hear from y'all. You know, I really did think you were going to be coming back, but since it's been well over a month at this point, almost 2 months, I sort of took care of the situation on my own. I kind of picked up this whole Zalsis collective, and I'm now running this flim flam.
Good for you.
Mother flim flam.
So what have you all been up to?
Oh, this and that.
Oh,
We're
this
just
and that.
This and
contacting you to see if you still wanted to continue with relationships.
that. Not if you got a spy in your midst, I don't.
That's what we're trying.
Yeah, we're still working on that.
Well, before I was going to leverage the spy's name, but now I have no real reason to, do I? Unless you could give me a reason.
What
Unless they're going to send the Imperials on you.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. We, let's just say we deal in opportunity for people. That's useful for everyone involved. And I would love to continue working with y'all.
Well, let's
Tell us what you got.
discuss this.
Oh, no. Nothing's for free. Come on, kittens. You give me something, and I'll give you something. That's how this works.
Yeah, what you got in mind?
Well, money always works. I'm a fan of credits. What can you scrape together?
You tell me a number, and I'll see what I can do.
Okay. 3,000 credits for the name.
How about 1,000?
Are you bargaining with me?
1,000 and dinner?
You must really think highly of yourself, don't you?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
How about 2,500 in dinner?
Any of you guys got money?
I've got like 350 credits.
I have like 500 credits.
Shit. I got 11.
You have 11 credits?
11
no,
credits.
1,100, sorry.
Oh.
He's all, I got this. That's it.
Damn it, I didn't
what
write
about Trey?
anything.
What did Trey have? Anyone go through his room? His
Yeah,
pockets?
look and see what Trey left on the ship.
Trey had 300 credits, comlink, medpack, some rations, glow rods, some ammo.
I don't think we...
2,200 and a light and a barely used armor vest.
I mean, we can do it through rolls. I mean, there is a bargaining.
All right. Yeah.
100%.
I only got 2 die. I'm not bargaining anything.
I will, because, yeah, I mean, I'll give her
I
all the
have
money
4.
I got.
I have
to-
4 die in bargaining.
Yeah, let's let the smuggler roll. A good chance on that.
So what are you going to offer, SSanna, in your bargain?
So we have what? Between the 4 of us, roughly 2,000 credits.
Mm-hmm.
And her counter offer was what, 25?
Yeah, 25 and dinner.
We can't even pay for dinner if we give her all the money. Well, I can make her some mac and cheese or something.
Hey, we didn't specify what dinner would
Get her
be.
some ramen, spice it up maybe.
Hell yeah.
What's for
Throw
dinner?
some salsa
PB
on
and
it.
J.
Yeah.
Some chicky nuggies. There's frozen corn dogs.
But just like one piece of bread folded up for the PB&J.
Got
Not even a full sandwich. Yeah. Yeah, so let's offer her. Well, we'll offer you 2,000 and yeah, you can go to with Melkor.
Roll your bargain. Oh, she's not winded. Hold on. I got to reroll that. Well,
10.
you all have done so right by me. You really set me up in a really wonderful position by taking care of Kreese. I kind of feel like I owe you a little bit for that, so okay, we'll do that.
All
2,000.
right.
Go ahead and meet me down in the space. Why can't I think of this damn name again?
Spaceport.
Spaceport?
Is that a spaceport? That doesn't sound
Yeah.
right to me right now.
Starport, spaceport,
All right, well,
potato.
meet me
Docking
at
Bay.
meet me at the Docking Bay 7,
Docking Bay.
and we can talk about it.
All right. So how did we divvy this up? Like, who how much is everybody pitching in? That way I can.
You're broke.
Get the
You
math
have
right.
1,100, and you had the most. I think you're broke.
Okay, so I am getting rid of the 1,100 then.
I would say that
I had
that
500.
Okay.
16 or 19.
Trey would have kept like 100 credits to himself, so there'd been 200 on board that you would
Okay,
have found.
so
with-
that's
so-
1,700. So, you came up with the other 300.
Sirix?
I put in 300.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I got 30 credits left then. All right. Cool.
Perfect. You can take her out for a
Sweet.
nice.
Fuck yeah! I might get that bitch some ice cream.
Take her to Civilization.
Bitches love ice cream.
Where's the best street food in town? Why street food? Don't worry about it.
Oh my god! I'm recreating Half Baked.
I was just going to say, this is like the date from Half Baked.
Hell yeah! I got this shit.
Uh,
No, don't we walk? It's a nice day out.
Yeah. Okay, so you meet up with her, and she is very amenable. She's very, I mean, she gave you her key to her airspeeder when you guys were gone. She's always been nice. You saved her life, and now
Very
you
true.
sort of inadvertently set her in a position of authority and power. So she's grateful to you guys, and she likes you. She thinks you're good people. So it is definitely a
Beautiful.
contact you can use later on in the future. But yeah, she takes the money, and she tells you. I always assumed it was a sort of anagram or something because it made no sense to me, but Srug was his name.
Shrewd?
Shrug.
Shrewd?
Srug. Srugh.
Well, shit. That helps.
It might.
Does
Do you,
anyone...
do you know anything else about him besides the name?
You're muted, by the way.
I'm muted.
Yeah.
No, Trey.
No, I Trey just figured it out, but he's not
Yeah.
here, so never mind. Maybe if Cameron in real life buys me dinner, well, he'll tell you.
Cameron's gonna have
DoorDash
to
or
buy
something.
dinner and lend him a hand.
Right.
All right, so you guys have the name. She, you spend a wonderful afternoon with her. Everything's nice.
Yeah. So, is there anything else you can tell us about Shrug, or is that all you got? It's just a name. Like, did you ever meet up with him or anything?
No, I'd never seen him personally. He had a kind of a shitty French accent.
That is all I need to know, love. That freaking turd.
So seeing as Cameron got there, yes, Groosh and Shrug, they're the same 5 letters, just rearranged.
Yeah. All right. So you can spend
Cool.
time here enjoying yourselves. What do you want to do?
I mean, I do owe her at least ice cream, so take her.
I'm not
get
going to
some
role
ice
play
cream.
fucking, so
Oh, come on.
We'll
I had
leave
it all
that
planned out.
for off camera. I was going to do a
Join
new
us on our
move.
Let's see.
Patreon.
Am I going
for
to
the
convince
bonus
her that I'm
episode.
awesome? Oh, man, I only rolled an 8. Never mind.
Aw.
Mhm.
What if I
So
pull a
sad.
knife on her?
Oh, jeez.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. That's not that kind of game. I wouldn't do that. I spend my last 30 credits on ice cream for her, and
I
then
know
we
who
That's
fuck
a
off
lot
into the
of ice
sunset, I
cream.
guess.
Oh.
Dude, ice cream's fucking expensive, man. Like,
It is 4 cheese. I knew not to trust that French sounding Twi'lek.
Yeah.
Now that we know who it is, what are we gonna do about it?
I mean, you already knew. I mean, you've already.
That's true. We already knew. We already.
yeah, we already kind of
suspected.
figured. Now we just have the confirmation.
Yeah.
I mean, I say we just go win blasting.
Oh, jeez.
Do
Calm
I?
down. He just is. Melkor is Danny DeVito from.
I am 100% Danny DeVito from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yep.
And I'm glad it took 3 matches for you guys to finally realize that.
Trey knew.
Sirix, you've worked with this guy for a long time. You've worked under him like for a long time. He's never steered you wrong before. It seems like it's only with this group that you sort of ended up in the wrong side of this weird situation. But you do have a working relationship with him. So keep that aspect in mind.
I don't know, my outlaw brain. I don't trust him.
Yeah.
I didn't trust him before I found that information out. Can I contact Tyree to have him figure out who his commanding officer is and who we would even go through for the Alliance to kind of remedy this situation and get him?
Yeah. Do you want to stay on planet or stay in this area for that long?
Yeah, I mean, until the Jedi says, "Hey, come pick me up."
Okay.
We kind of just have to continue with our.
Well, like 5 days later. So let's see. It's been 5 days when you were first contacted, and Fort Chiefs knew that you were here. So 5 more days. That's 10 days. So 5 days in the sort of limbo. So on the 10th day, you get a message. Saying that you must have something wrong. There's no possible way he's a spy. Like, that doesn't make any sense at all why he would do that. His superior, his name is Jax.
GM tip for everybody watching. This is why you always keep a giant list of random names on a separate screen.
Yeah. I mean, his name is Jax Volthus, so I'm clearly not going to give you guys coordinates to that location because it's a rebel base.
Can you just relay a
other
message?
People haven't been
contact me.
Well, there's no back and forth. This is all just a dump on the message.
Well, that's what
I'm
sending back to him is,
okay.
Can you contact him to have him contact me then? This is really important.
Right. So the rest of his immediate message is that if you just came back to base, then we could just resolve this and just take care of it all and get it all out in the open and we could figure something out. There's no reason to stay in the corporate sector. That's kind of a dangerous area. So your response back to him
let's go back to base and confront him.
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, I'm
at
down.
the end of a blaster pistol.
Hell
we don't
yeah.
have the Jedi here to have to worry about. Right.
Yeah, we should probably go see if we can kidnap him because I don't trust that lady he's with, man. Like, she just kind of rubs me the wrong way. Like, if anybody's gonna pick on the Jedi, it's gonna be me.
Always keep in mind that you guys had a great experience with the House of Jeg. Like, they treated you right and above the board.
That's true.
You worked really hard to sort of convince them to come along with the Rebel Alliance. You have literally no reason to think that this woman is
okay, that's
bad.
true. Then
If we flip it to the other side, how has the first day was a little rough? How have the rest of the days?
Yeah, so you got 10 days at this point of experience. After the first day, she has ignored you for 3. And then the 4th day, well, that would be the 5th day, she comes back in right back for training. She's trying to teach you how to use sense and heightened versions. Is it control that you have already?
I have control.
So she's trying to teach you to use heightened versions of control, and she's trying to get you to tap into the sense abilities. You haven't been able to sort of master the concept of sense, and it's been kind of pissing her off. She's not overtly like attacking you verbally or being like aggressive, like smacking you or anything.
But I'm sure I can tell she's disappointed in my performance.
100%. Yeah. She's disappointed, and she's, seems like she's clearly second guessing whether or not you're even capable of learning. But again, it's only been 5 days. So the next 5, you actually, I don't know, like how do you take to the training after the 5 days?
I think, at least initially, like after those first 5 days, like Trey feels like it's probably him. He's like, I'm failing. I need to do better, work harder. So I think he tries to like double his efforts to try to win her approval into like, because he wants to learn, and I think he's makes a more dedicated effort to try to do more try to focus more, try to take the lessons to heart, try to whatever that he can do to be a better student, I think, after those first 5 days.
Right.
So what do the next 5 days look like?
So the next 5 days, with your renewed effort and focus, are actually going a lot better. Like, you're starting to actually feel the force around you, and you can feel when the guards are passing down the hallway. You feel like you're starting to get the hang of sense a little bit, but it's still sort of touch and come and go. And as far as control goes, you feel like you're getting a lot better at that as well, as she's like instructing you and walking you through it. But she does sort of try to use your relationships against you to coerce you into doing and sort of improving. So she has been sort of working verbally her way into separating you from the team, saying that they abandoned you. They clearly don't even want you a part of them, but I can teach you and protect you and build you up to be a stronger, more powerful Jedi. They are just going to bring you down. You can see that they bring the Empire and the Pikes with them, nothing but negativity. And if you were ever to go back with them, you would just fall to the dark side immediately, and you would probably be murdered by the Dark Lord of the Sith that's actively hunting our kind. She's using that type of sort of leverage, sort of pushing you to the dark side.
Yeah, I think that goes kind of against what Trey's experience has been, and definitely kind of against what he knows of the Jedi code. Like, it seems like she's really passionate about, like, you have to stay with me, you have to do this. So I think after the 10 days, I think Trey will send Melkor a message that just says, hey, you guys doing good? Things here, like, and there's like the 3 dots, the ellipses, like, good. Everything's fine, don't worry about it. And I think
give me a perception check.
11.
Because I'm trying to determine how much you would actually be aware of the actual usage of fear and how it is, the dark side, like how much you're internalizing it and actually feeling it. With an 11, that's really not a very high roll.
I think it's maybe not.
But
as
you're
much
not
fear
saying
as it
overtly that
is-
she's a bad person, so that's fine.
Yeah, but I think, like, as he thinks back, like, his experiences with the group have been good. His experience with Melkor, he's been with Melkor for years and has never had that experience. So, I think he just kind of reaches out and says, hey, how's it going? But it's what she's saying doesn't match with his life experience up to this point, especially with Melkor.
Okay. So, can you reiterate what the message is?
It's just like, hey, how you guys doing? Everything here's good. Just wanted to check in. That's all it is. Just kind of that, hey, what's up text.
Okay. So this is after the 10th day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the same time that you guys over on Amud are, like, actively making your plans right now to go or something. So what's your plan on heading out? What are you heading out immediately, or are you sticking around? If you're heading out, where are you going? Did you send a message back to Thierry?
Captain, no captain?
Anyone?
I think Kyle had said that he sent a message back to have
to
the commanding officer contact him directly.
Jax Volkus.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are going to have to wait around for 5 more days just for that. After 5 days, a couple things happen. One, you receive a message back from Trey immediately that tells you exactly what he just said. Then you also receive a message back. It ends up being from Tyree, who says, we're kind of in trouble. Our entire comm systems have been down. I had to go off asteroid in order to send this out, but I think maybe you were onto something. And that's all it says. And then the third thing is that you see in the upper atmosphere an Imperial frigate come into orbit.
Okay, we're taking off.
Darn it.
So, what do you think about Trey's message?
I mean, I'd say send something back, but I mean, fuck, we got a frigate right here. We got to get the hell
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah.
It's time to
Do we
get.
go there for safe
Remember,
haven?
this is Corsac, so the Empire does not have control of the sector.
That's true.
That didn't matter
didn't
too
have
much
trouble
on
second.
the last planet we were on.
That is true.
So what's your plans?
So we get while the getting's good.
Get the hell out of Dodge. If we can do it without alerting the Imperial frigate, that would be even better.
Is there anyone that you know that might be able to help you with that?
I mean, I'm a smuggler. I probably know some tricks about how to
What about
leave a
Ursa?
spaceport
Can you give me
without.
any hints or ideas about
Ursa?
what you think we would want to try? I mean, if someone wants to reach out to her, you can do that too. I mean, but you're right. You are a smuggler. The problem is there are scanners and so you.
Yeah.
I just need a good reason for it.
The Imperial ship is not scanning, as far as we know.
Yeah, you're not sure what it's doing up there. It just came into orbit. You do see some other traffic heading up toward it from other spaceports, which is the word I was looking for earlier, around. So it looks like someone's going to meet with them or something.
I mean, personally, I think the longer
Yeah,
we're
I'd say
here,
let's
the
just-
more likely they're going to get us. So we should probably
Yeah,
get the
let's
fuck
just-
out of here.
Let's just get up in the air and immediately jump into hyperspace back to. Are we going to go pick up the Jedi? Or are we going back to the asteroid?
I mean, obviously, you know my vote. I would say let's at least go check on the kid, but I mean, he's also in good hands. Like, they took care of us. I'm sure they're taking care of him.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
That doesn't answer where you're
Oh.
headed.
Yeah.
All right, let's. Well,
Come on, you're piloting, Holmes. Tell us where we're going.
we know some shit's going down at the asteroid, and we know that there's a spy there. So let's do it.
Nope.
Yeah, let's. Well, I think we should go get the Jedi.
Should we get the Jedi first?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I said.
All right, let's go get the Jedi first.
Okay. All right, so you guys get in your ship and you're just sort of taking off like everything's fine. As long as they don't look at us, we're going to just stay low to the city, get as far away from them as possible. As
Correct.
soon as your ship is scanned by the local authority, it's immediately transferred, and then you start getting chime coming through
Of
your
course we do.
comms. As soon as you start heading out into space, did you answer the chime at all, by the way? The hailing?
Yeah, sure.
Give up now. This is your only opportunity. I will blast you out of the sky. We have disabled your
again.
hyperdrive. You will not be able to leave this local space.
How did they disable our hyperdrive? We've been on the ship the whole time.
When you look at the hyperdrive, it's not disabled.
All right.
He's just
Yeah,
trying to.
yeah.
He did the same thing in the mine too. He was
Punch
just
it.
trying to
That's true.
convince you of things.
Yep. We'll get
Oh
right
no, it's
on that.
broken. I
and
won't press this button right here.
I'll-
Bam! We're out. We're in hyperspace.
All right, is that your speed roll? Oh no. Hold on, we gotta do speed.
That's our
first.
hyperspace roll.
The hyperspace roll is good, but we gotta do the speed first. Where's my starship? Here it is. All right,
Does
so-
Melkor just live on the bridge with his finger on the hyperspace button? She's like, boop.
Yeah, he's really
Absolutely.
good at the hyperdrive.
Yeah.
I thought you were good
Yeah.
at piloting, Dayna.
Like really good.
I'm good at piloting. My ship's just not fast.
Alright, so it
okay.
moves up at the same time of you trying to do the hyperdrive on the second segment. That's when they're firing on you. So you were successful in the hyperdrive. If they hit you, that will stop the hyperdrive from going off. If they don't hit you, then you're in space and you're good.
Get that
So-
dog.
Can I do my piloting with that?
100%. You want to roll that, and I'll add it to the DC. And let me see about
17.
the stormtrooper. Where's my stormtrooper?
I like how Adam keeps trying to kill us in space, and we're like, nah, it's not happening.
This is Star Wars, man. That's
You guys
how
are
it
in
works.
space, you're gonna die. No, never mind.
You're safe. All All right, so the gunnery plus the 2D fire control is 18. You rolled a 17 piling. That's great. So the 1 is not enough to hit you at medium range or any range. You're just flipping the ship around, piloting like a maniac, and it's working amazingly. And then he punches it, and you just hit hyperspace, and you're right into safety.
Hell
You are.
yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
You guys are really good at this. I was afraid we were going to be having some problems, but you're doing really good with the hyperdrive. Okay, so you ended up back to Jack, this Jack system, right?
Yep.
As you guys are heading back, you come out of hyperspace and you're held. What can the House of Jack do for you?
Just coming to check on Mr. Trey.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Trey is no longer on the planet side.
Where is he?
I'm not entirely sure. I think you would have to ask him about that. All we know is that he said he was done with training and he had to leave, and so he left. We assume
frickin' turd.
We assume it would be back to wherever you guys came from, but we can't really say. And this is all coming through an intermediary, the radio operator.
All right, I'm gonna shoot him a message through the comm link, see if he picks up. Just hey Trey, where the fuck are you?
Okay. As you're sending it down, you immediately feel you don't feel, but you can tell through the comm channel itself that something is blocking it. Something is scrambling the message.
All right, guys, this is fishy as hell. I'm pretty damn sure that they're blowing smoke up our ass.
Well, we got to be real delicate about this.
Yeah.
You can't just blame them. But maybe we could just ask to land.
Like,
Get our
certainly.
bearings.
If you would like to dock, you're more than welcome to dock.
Beautiful. Let's do that.
Okay, as you go down, let me pull up the docking hangar here, hangar bay. These guys are not here. Not the shit. Ah! Okay, go to a different layer, and you. All right, so you guys are met by just the guard. He sort of walks up. It's very nice to see all of you again. Welcome back to Jack 4. What can I help you with?
Yeah, man, we're just trying to say hi to Trey. Figured we'd stop by. We're in the system.
We're just kind of dropped off of some of the stuff.
Yeah, I believe he actually left. At least that's what I was told.
Do you have any idea where or how to get a hold of him? Our comms aren't working for some reason.
Yeah, we had to do a planet-wide comm scrambler. There's concern that we might have some sort of Imperial remnant occupying some of our city the last time that you were here. We're a little bit concerned that you brought this down upon us without considering the consequences, and now we're going to be forced to deal with it without your help, since you're here now, which, is that why you're here? So could you take care of the insurgency?
We'd certainly be happy to help.
I mean, we're in your debt, so yeah, let's do this.
You are in our debt. Well, we'll consider your time here and your assistance here as payment on that debt. And if your friend happens to turn up, we'll let you know. For now, we can have you staying in one of our guest residences in the city, if that would be all right. And then we can have a contact reach out to you with more information about the insurgency's locations and activities. And as soon as you squash that, then, perhaps your friend will appear.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Wonderful. Well, I'll have someone meet you here shortly.
Like, you do know where our friend is.
Well, I mean, of course, that's what we're all thinking, but we're not going to say it.
I kind of think he's in the other room.
I can see him on the map. He's right there.
Right there.
All right, so you guys, no one else is watching this. Sorry, we were just talking in here. That's all. So what's your plan? I mean, this clearly, if there is an Imperial remnant occupation here, which there wasn't any evidence of any Imperial presence in space around it, then it must be an insurgency. So it's possible. It would be strange because, well, maybe it's not strange because the ISB did leave knowing that there's rebel recruits here. And he knows you're rebel recruits because he was told so by a rebel.
Yeah.
He's been hunting you. So
What's this Twi'lek's deal? Why does he not like us? We're very likable people. Well,
Once you get the
right?
some of us more than others, but you know.
It's just because
We still like you. Don't worry.
So while you guys are waiting, what do you, anything spectacular? Or are you just gonna wait?
Oh, he wasn't taking us to the.
No, he told you to wait here, and he'll have someone escort you.
Oh, yeah.
I think this insurgency is they're trying to overthrow something's wrong with these royals.
Must be all those, the millennia of inbreeding.
That's
Well-
usually what it is.
So I think we should definitely get to the bottom of these insurgents. See if it is Imperial.
Yeah.
If it is,
Meanwhile, your spy is still out there, and Thierry seemed a little bit concerned about that
Say
rebel
that's-
asteroid base going down.
Yeah, that's my biggest concern is, I mean, other than getting, Trey back, is the longer we're gone, I think he's going to catch on to the fact that we know it's him and everybody else might be the collateral damage. So it's like, how long
I
are we
wanted to
going
go back to
stick
the
around?
asteroid, but you wanted to check on the Jedi.
yeah, let's go hit the asteroid.
We're just gonna leave.
Well,
We just said we'd help with an insurgent's problem.
Yeah, we got to stick around for a second. Like we'll give it a couple of days, see if we can hunt down these people. I mean, shit, we
Also,
didn't ask
like-
if they have any
That's fine.
leads.
It is a little suspicious that we heard from Trey and then all of a sudden he's not here.
Yeah.
So
So Trey, you're
nobody's
actually you're in the middle of training right now, and you see one of the guards walk in, sort of whisper to the woman. Her name is Sister Gertoy, and she sort of looks over, whispers something back to her. Meanwhile, you're just standing there, hovering on one foot, lifting up crates and stuff with your brain, with the Force. And then she turns back to you. Well, it appears that your vile friends have returned planetside, threatening to overthrow the royal family. That's a little suspicious, don't you think?
That doesn't seem right. Let me talk to him and figure out what's going on. I'm sure I can work this out.
Sorry, but that will be quite impossible. They're currently on their way down into the city to meet with some other insurgents who are vying for control of this planet. It seems that not everyone is as happy with our rule as we are, clearly, but primarily the Rebel Alliance. You see, we're working with the Rebel Alliance, so we need you to give up your friends. We need to find out where they are so we can take them out. Is that something that you would be able to do? Stand up to your friends?
I think this is where Trey starts to get really okay, things have been off, but this is more off than anything else. I think he's gonna try to, I don't know, I guess it'd be a deceive her a little bit. You let me go find him and see what I can figure out. Let me go out into the city. I know how they think. Let me go see if I can find him.
Again, that will be quite impossible. But if I could arrange to have you, and let's say your Imperial friend, meet. If you struck him down with your blade, perhaps our training could continue in a more advanced way. Perhaps you could get a little more power. Wouldn't you like that?
I think that's, I don't know, I want to roll a perception on that because
Yeah.
above game I have that sounds super off.
Yeah, you don't feel good about this at all. There's something.
Yeah, and then and knowing that a Jedi never kills unprovoked, don't kill for no reason. It's only in the defense of self and others. I'm yeah, no, I think he seems suspicious. It's yeah, if you can arrange for me to meet him, yeah, let's see how that goes.
Are you trying to like bluff?
Yeah, 100%. Like he's not gonna he's gonna agree to this and then try to. Yeah, he's like, that's not how this is gonna go down. But like initially, like he's like, well, if you're gonna keep telling me no, and the only way you're gonna let me meet them is if you arrange a meeting, he's gonna be like, yeah, let's arrange a meeting.
Go ahead and give me a con roll.
Come on, dice gods, be nice.
I believe your time of training has come to an end, young Padawan.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean that you're not willing to do what it takes to become a powerful Jedi. You're not willing to stand up against the evil interlopers that are rising up against us. You're not strong enough to stand up against your supposed friends who are clearly putting you in more danger to draw more danger to us. They're bringing you closer to the Empire with every waking breath, and you are just waiting for that Dark Lord of the Sith to strike you down. Well, I'm not going to let that happen. You are my prisoner here now. You are no longer my Padawan, and if you resist, I will kill you.
You can try, and I think Trey's ready to defend himself.
Let's do this. Let's do it. I did not plan for a battle with her.
Tough shit. Here we are.
I had no
Hell yeah.
stats to go on.
You got another character in mind?
I have like
I mean, yeah, I told you I got plenty of backups rolled up. We'll figure something out. The backup character will be Trey's former Master Kaga, who has come to find him and found that this. We're gonna come full circle with this.
I have nothing, like at all as far as like characters. Give me 1 second while I look up characters here. Talking amongst yourselves. Here's a topic. Biscotti. Is it good or just stale bread?
Don't forget to like and subscribe, join the channel, buy our merch.
Thanks. That's perfect.
You got merch?
Yeah, we got merch.
It's my
Oh yeah,
shirt.
there's merch. You too can be a scruffy-looking nerf herder.
Who you calling Scruffy?
Who you calling scruffy looking? All right. I figure I can just use Darth Vader, right? That's fair.
Yeah. Absolutely. Same thing.
Totally fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, before we get into stupid combat here, was I able to pick up sense at all with this, or are we just I get no static increase?
You will at the next game. You'll be able to pick
good.
it up.
So if I survive this combat, I can learn a thing.
100%.
Yes.
Okay.
That's how you learn.
Because you have to use skill points to put into it and stuff, but yes, you will definitely learn sense. All right, so what's your plan? She is going to ignite a lightsaber that she had but never showed you, and you have your gear. What are you going to do?
Would I be able to, as this is going off, to like get on the comlink and try to reach out to Melkor? Because I mean, they know
that would be your first
scrambled,
action.
but I don't. So I think he pulls out a lightsaber, but is like, guys, get me out of here.
Okay. So, are you going to do any second action with your lightsaber? Like attack with it? Or?
Nope. I would just be.
Okay.
It would be dodge or parry would be his go-to at this point.
Right. Okay. So she ignites her lightsaber and she's going to attack you with it. So if you're going to dodge, roll your dodge. She has her lightsaber. Is this?
How does parrying with a lightsaber work, or would it just be the dodge?
If you want to parry, you can use melee parry.
Okay.
Or you can use control.
Well, my melee parry is still better than control, sadly.
Right.
Unless I can combine the two somehow. Yeah. So he will parry. It's a 15.
Nice. So she brings out the lightsaber and she pulls it up on you and you just clash together. And parrying off her immediate attack. Next combat round, you call out and you don't hear anything back. You just hear static with your comlink. That would be -1, by the way, since you did the.
So the third die was a
A 4.
A
so
4,
11.
so it'd be 11.
It's still. Well, she only needed a 5 to get you. And 17, that would have gone it. So you're stunned for that turn. You wouldn't have been able to block. No, I'm sorry. You tried to block. You failed. You wouldn't be able to contact on your comm link because you were stunned.
Okay.
So for the second round, you're no longer stunned. What's your plan? She's going to keep attacking you.
He's just going to try to... I guess I feeling all of this at this point, like it is defense. I mean, if attack is the way to go, I guess he'll try to attack and see if he can... he's not trying to kill her or wound her. He just wants to stop her and like maybe create an option to get away. So I guess yeah, he's gonna attack back now that we're full tilt. Like she's like, nope, you're not leaving, and that's that. So
okay,
I guess I'm attacking from a defensive posture.
Right. I'm just throwing it out there. Do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to fight. You can run.
Oh, well, just so where are we? Yeah, I guess I would, that makes more sense. I'm okay with that. Like, I think he's, he pulled out his lightsaber in response to her. So yeah, he'll try to run. I like that.
So,
well, we're here, so you can just naturally assume that we're at the same space.
So that's, and I think that's what he would do. Like, he's tried to call, she's not going to let that happen. And so, yeah, he'll just try to book it.
Okay, so I need you to roll a dexterity check against her lightsaber attack roll, and whichever's highest is the one that's going to go. This is +1 on this. 16, and you roll a 7. So she attacks you. Are you going to try to dodge?
Yes.
Go ahead. 16.
10.
Nice. No, that's good. So she still had 6. So she does strike you. I'm going to need you to roll. It's 5d damage. So I need you to roll your strength.
8.
So it's twice. So you're wounded. So everything, put a W on your...
Can I use a force point to try to do this? So yeah, I'll burn my first point.
Yeah, normally you have to say that in ahead of time, but that's fine.
Okay.
So
yeah, I'd burn a force point to try to get out of here.
Okay, hold on. Are you using the force point for the dodge or for the... Because you can't really do it for strength.
Sure. Yeah, I guess for the dodge.
Okay, so your dodge would be 20 in that case, which is not enough to disarm her, but it does strike her weapon and damage her lightsaber. So with the force point, you're just like blocking it and just cut down and slice her lightsaber. Like she doesn't lose a limb or anything, but the lightsaber's destroyed. She looks down and it looks back up at you, and then you just run.
Yep, just gonna keep booking it.
Like, see ya! Ah! And you immediately run south. She's calling after you. You're never gonna get out of here alive! This planet will keep you here forever! You're going to die today! And she's not even chasing or anything. You run past the massive fountains, past the stairs, past the guards like walking in at this point from meeting them. And he just sees you like run by. And he stops for a minute. He's like, is he supposed to be going? She's like, stop him! Stop him!
No, she said like I could go and meet my friends. Bye!
Oh, I'm sorry. I screamed you guys' ear. So roll dexterity check as he's going to try to attack you from behind. And we'll see which one goes off first. Standard specialist. Blaster. Oof, that's not good. Why does it say he's wounded? He's not wounded. Hold on, I gotta reroll that. Your running was dexterity was 10, so you go. So you go off before his hits, and his 5 would not have hit you anyway, as you're running to medium distance beyond. So as you're booking it out of this area, you're headed straight for the hangar bay. That's where we're going to end today's session, because I do not have anything else prepared for this planet. I actually had the asteroid prepared. I didn't think you were going to stop here. I didn't think you were going to stay here. So
that's funny.
That's where we're going to end it. You're going to have
made
to...
it so enticing. How would he not stay with Big Tommy Monkey?
I thought I was like creepy enough to make you go, you know what? Maybe not. Maybe later.
The problem is, it's the conditioning that the Jedi have.
Yeah.
Like, it's the whole, like, Catholic priest, you don't want to snitch on him type thing. So
Well, and you know, I think Trey, like this entire time, he's been waiting, like the chance to like be like with the Jedi Master, getting to learn more. Like, very interesting to him. So he's like, yeah, I want to learn how to do this, and then it kind of progressively, like he kind of figured out, I was like, this isn't where I want to be. And then when she's like, guess what? He's like, no, okay, we're gonna go.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you all so much for tuning in, both live and chat or after the fact. We invite you to subscribe to the channel and click the bell to get notified about our next session. You can always join the Infernal Brotherhood through YouTube memberships and pick some of our custom apparel by following the link in the description below. Until the Infernal Brotherhood convenes again, may the Force be with you. Oh,
I got
was gonna
nothing.
say something.
Damn it. I fucking meant to have something and I fucking forgot.
Oh, we have a chambered, man.
God, yeah, I know.